Alright, so we're here in the guild ruins. We're in Nekataka. We've actually got a quest following up with. We've been talking to the queen of the city, leader of the Huana. We've gone to the Watershapers temple to find out why there's such a delay in what's going on. It turns out the Watershapers were attacked by a group of Naga. And we're right by a door that we need to open with some... Oh, we got KO'd. I think we forgot about the hunting. The giveaway made everyone forget about hunting. It's like, oh, prizes! And the Stonecrusher Phoenix kicked our ass. We'll do better next time. Okie dokie. I'm not sure if Grace... I'll give her a holler. Yeah, that's another reason. I didn't want to just make 2 minutes. With people waiting all month for this one. People waiting sort of all month and they're re-upping. I want to make sure everyone's got as good a chance to enter as possible. Again, if you haven't already, ! Giveaway. If you are a subscriber, if you're a citizen, if you have a town flag, if you have a lovely KT flag next to your name, and there's something hidden in this terrible place. Let me just bring up what the quest says to remind ourselves. Something, it should just say Nekataka, the Oogly Boogly. Yeah, Pariki's Overlook, the shadow under Nekataka. So with matters in the Deadfire reaching a boil, Queen Onakaza's Watershapers must be ready for anything. In spite of the pressures from all around, the head of the Watershapers Guild does not answer the Queen's summons. So Onakaza needs someone to find Guildmaster Meiru, and we did, and she kind of died. And then everything, exactly, easily distracted by the free stuff. So uncover the threat to the guild. I've retrieved the rod of the Deep Hunter. Got a rod of a Deep Hunter right here. Sorry. According to Meiru, I can open the stone door near the entrance to the sanctum and finally deal with whatever is behind the tremors and attack on the guild. The full text of Pariki's devotion is as follows. Pity Dizengati, Lady of Lament, as the pearl orb of the heavens crosses her view, her eyes well with tears as constant as rain, but the moon's skyward journey continues apace, the lover's affection as ephemeral as fingers touching. Catchy, and it rhymes, except it doesn't and it isn't. The tremors are increasing in strength. If something is about to escape the guild ruins, as Meiru believes, it's going to happen soon. And our recommended companion for this particular story quest is Tekahu, the arrogant but rather fabulous Watershaper druid fellow. And he's actually in place of our regular healer, which means we can put out more firepower. We might be at risk, but I prefer Oogly Boogly. I do too. Let's see. As you approach the door, the carved stone flashes with ethereal light. You feel a faint, salty breeze, best kind of breeze, gusting from an unseen source. Touch the door with the rod of the Deep Hunter. Right, we're going to sexually molest the door. The door reacts at once. A stone panel shifts aside to reveal a circular dial engraved with symbols. This would appear to be a locking mechanism requiring a precise combination.
I see the salt level rising.
Different kind of salt.
I see trouble on the way.
Salty breeze. I can't wait for you guys to have the salt emote. It's so close to done. I was working on it this afternoon, and it tiles as well, so that I've done these little piles of salt on the front and back, so that if you do it in a row, they kind of match up, even allowing for the gap between emotes that appears in chat, like it's like 1 or 2 pixels wide if you do a bunch of emotes, and it should look really good. So whenever I get salty at something, which has never ever happened ever, you've got the right thing to spam. One of your favourite quests. Oh, yeah, we gutted he missed this one, but that salt needs 11 some tequila to keep it company. FFZ emote suggestions. Feel free to drop that in the suggestion form. Begin to manipulate the dial. The dial shows an engraving of the moon shining its pale, mournful light upon Aora. Oh, Cox. I should have paid more attention to that inscription, shouldn't I? I really wasn't paying attention. Probably not what the alert was meant for. Dude, that was really clever because you put salt and then you put salty breeze afterwards. The fact you put some context makes it all good. Context is everything here. So top marks. Smart cookie. Ruler. Oh, fucking no. Yeah, okay, I'm going to reread the thing. Sorry, I'm going to reread because obviously I'm going to need this, right? As the pearl orb of the heavens crosses her view... I don't know if that means clockwise or anti-clockwise, but okay. Her eyes well with tears as constant as rain. So pearl orb of the heavens crosses her view. Eyes well with tears as constant as rain. So tears, and I think there's 4 symbols for that. But so we got to go orb like the moon, then tears or eyes, then the moon moves again, and then lover's affection as fingers touching. So essentially that's kind of describing what is a basic combination lock. So going to pay attention to that. Begin. Study the symbols around the dial. Let's have a look at this first. Right, so here's the moon. Here is Ngati, I don't know, eyes filled with tears. Oh yeah, here's the rains for eyes filled with tears. So pitied is Ngati, moon crosses the view, eyes filled with tears, then the moon again, then the lover's hands touching. That's how I'm deciphering and translating that. Brushing aside a layer of dust reveals a circular dial of pictographs, though you could not guess their relevance or relation to each other, except I totally did. You recognise the symbols themselves. Let's have a gander. The first is the full moon. It's light beaming down on Eora. Nice. Okay. The next is a Huana symbol of Ondra, classically depicted as the head of an anglerfish and her aspect as Ngati. The next is a pair of hands reaching out for each other, their fingertips just barely making contact. They're not even touching on that picture. The last is the rain falling powerfully and inexorably. Okay, well, let's begin to manipulate the dial. The dial shows an engraving of the moon shining its pale mournful light upon Eora. So it is pitied is Ngati. Eyes filled with pitied is Ngati. So the moon crosses her view. Her eyes filled with tears like the rains above. Then the moon again. Then the hands. So counterclockwise. The dial centers on the Huana aspect of Ondra. Okay, so press the dial. You hear a grating mechanical clunk of stone tumblers setting into place behind the door. So each rotation is going to be 5, corresponding to a line of the poem. Got it. I only have a couple more fights, then off to shiny breed my team and 4 train. Woo! Check Lila being a champion counselor, just running things flawlessly over here while she trains all the Pokemon in the world. Okay, then we got to rotate clockwise to press the moon in, so press the dial. You hear a grating mechanical clunk of stone tumblers setting into place. Excellent. Then it was her eyes fill with tears like the rain, so clockwise again. The dial rolls over to a symbol of rain falling from the thick tempestuous storm clouds. Press the dial. Good, that's a positive noise. We haven't had a bad clunk. And then we've got to go counterclockwise again for moon number 2. Press the dial. Okay, then we've got to rotate it twice to get to the hands. With a laborious groan, the dial shifts over to the symbol of 2 hands reaching for each other, their fingertips just barely meeting across the gap. Lila, congratulations. Well fought, both of you. Press the dial. Boom! First time. Nailed it. You hear clattering and whirring as the dial recedes into the door. There's a low rumble as the doorway opens inward, revealing a dark, narrow tunnel beyond. Huzzah, indeed. Travel through the passage. Bring it. The air beyond the passage is humid, reeking of stagnant water and something else. Something old, which raises the hairs on the back of your neck. Oh no. As you take your first step, an ear-splitting roar rises in volume and echoes down the passage, shaking loose the surrounding rock. Go through anyway. Sounds like a fine plan. You navigate the dark, narrow tunnel. You might be right, Alchemist. Excellent use of FKD. Good to see the sound effects making a return. All as they should be. Missed Tootsack, I haven't seen him around for a little while. That was his redemption. I was skeptical about it at first, but it's actually pretty good for if anyone thinks I'm fucked. You navigate the dark, narrow tunnel, pressing your shoulders together to fit the passage. Oh, deliberately go for it, please, please. They've been neglected. They've been neglected quite a lot. So do have at it. Especially you're nailing it. Is when it gets spammed pointlessly. It's like okay, fine. But when people are just using them in like kind of funny ways or anticipatory ways, it's like yes, awesome. That's just my favorite. That's just my favorite. Okay, we are. Oh, it's a dragon. Oh, it's a dragon. Oh. Cox. As the massive upheaval of water settles, the air thickens. That's why it gave me a go back option. It's not even a bog dragon, it's a water dragon with webbed everything. Ah, feckin' bejesus. Oh, Piney, I love that. I love that dragon doodad. Anyway, sorry. As the massive upheaval of water settles, I really should have quick saved. The air thickens with oppressive humidity. It takes a moment for your eyes to adjust before you can make sense of the shape that breaches from the depths.
How in all Aora have they kept it down here?
The rock's pretty thick. It's a big chamber, magical enchantments.
This would be a great fishing story.
Adair has tanked a dragon before. We went up against the the full Adra dragon, the Sky dragon, the Winter dragon, the toughest boss in Pillars 1, and both bog dragons. When we had to do both bog dragons, the entire rest of the party did the first one, while Adair solo tanked the second one. So actually, he does get the right to say that. He really does. Turns out that alert was on point. It looking that way, but we'll see.
Belfetto. I am thrilled as always to walk into a dragon's lair with you, Watcher. Your path is littered with the creatures.
Ha! Adair nods in agreement. Teku pinches his lower lip in a smile. I like how... See, I almost wish that I had a little reference to Pillars 1. Because in Pillars 1, we took out all 5 dragons. There's 5 dragons total in Pillars 1, and we took them all, and she was with us for every fight. I wish that was a Pillars 1 reference.
Have you come to deliver me from this prison of my own making?
His name is Skyoriel. Bloody hell, hang on. Skyorielafas. Skyorielaf. Yeah, Skyorielafas. Sorry, that took a few goes. Skyorielafas. The dragon flares his nostril and glares at you. Right. Now, this is interesting. He's asking. So, do we free him? Now, I don't know if dragons are inherently evil. They're generally not presented as good. They are very much D&D-esque, i.e. fantasy dragons with high intelligence and everything else. And they've got subtypes. So you got winter dragons, a frosty. You got this one's a water dragon. Dragon got trapped in Adra. Every dragon we've ever met has always been highly articulate and able to talk. But none of them have seemed overly friendly. The closest we got to a non-evil dragon were the ones that Leningrath had. We had to fight Leningrath, and she had 2, and she was riding one of them. So that doesn't necessarily mean it was friendly, but they weren't immediately evil and hostile to all human life. Yo, George, how you doing? And Citizen Clone Person as well. By the way, both of you, George, Clone Person, the competition is open for 3 hours. Do ! Giveaway in the chat. ! Giveaway if you haven't. You see the giveaway command in the thing. It is the monthly prize draw this month, and I'm not doing it over just 2 minutes anymore. I'm doing it for 3 hours. Boom, you're in. You're in. There you go. And Book Hunter is in. There we are. See, now everyone's learning. First one I've joined. I made sure that's why I wanted to leave it open. I wanted to leave it open for longer so more people can get the benefit of the reward. So a wagon. Yes, Alchemist, this is a wagon from now on. Good evening to all of you. Oh, and guest. Greet our guest. Oh, it's Leader Golem. Greet him coming in with his folks. Oh, fuck. Wait, don't. The bot sub ran out. I've got to re-update that. Oh, mate. Okay, folks. Jesus. That should be a bunch of really cool emotes. But my bot sub just ran out. I've got to redo it. Well, still a legit welcome. Oh, my God, Piney. That's how it works. Let's try it again. Piney, oh my god, I have to legitimately dance for the bot sub. I normally gift it to him off stream because it's a thing, but thank you. On the back of that, we have the emotes back. Yes, let's greet Leader Golem coming in on the back of his show. Welcome. I would do all the sub spiel, but that was for Kraybot. You all know it. Kraybot is not an entering. You do get a bean for the bot sub. Yes. Enjoy. Yes. Everyone, welcome on in. Let me just catch back up on the chat there and see who came in with you in the chat. I think I saw Exploited Dragon. Which is perfect. Exploited Dragon, welcome. And do stick around because we've just come across an actual Exploited Dragon. Your timing is perfect. Your timing is absolutely perfect. Now we can spin again. It all works. Right, folks. See, this is the way to get a shout out. An acknowledgement is coming in and supporting. So, Leader Golem, for every time he comes in, he's always talked about his stream. He's always talked, I'm doing this, that, and the other. And I've had to sort of go, hey, tone it down, easy from the very beginning. But I am more than happy. Thank you for this time. Thank you for bringing your folks over. I appreciate it. Leader Golem is very, very enthusiastic about his streaming. Very, very keen to sort of talk about it and so on. He's been entertaining the masses with Splatoon 2. Splatoon was a really interesting game concept. I never played the first one. How is Splatoon 2? Leader Golem, how is your stream? How is it going? Welcome on, everybody. Welcome on in. Lovely to have you. If you haven't been here before, my name is Krayven. You're watching the Krayven Content Multiplex and Story Sunday. I'm a variety streamer with a capital V, doing different themed days. I have a theme for every day of the week, but I normally do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Sometimes that changes up if I have social commitments or sponsored games or certain days I can't do. I do one of my other days. If you want more information about that, it's in the channel panels below, underneath where my schedule is. Tonight is a combination, it's a mixture of Pillars of Eternity 2, which is anything that's very narratively rich, which tends to skew towards the big classic RPGs. It's an amazing game. Awesome, cool, yeah. Is that everything you're playing at the moment, or are you playing some other stuff? On the back of a raid, Leader Golem, feel free to put a line or two, just not paragraphs, but put a little bit about what you're playing and everything else. And those of you who just came over, by the way, the raiders who came in and stuck around, firstly, thank you. If you do have to head off, because I know often when people have a raid, they raid to support the streamer, and sometimes you need to get off and do things. I totally understand. I will be back, if you're having to head off right away, I'll be back on Tuesday. I'd normally be doing on Monday, but I'm figuring out the new Monday game, so I'll be back on Tuesday. But if you are, fantastic. To quote Kane from Diablo 2, stay a while and listen. If you are sticking around, appreciate it. Please hit that link or remove refer array from your URL. You'll count right away. And I thought you were a sub. By the way, Leader Golem, do exclamation mark giveaway. Yes, everyone who's a sub, everyone who's a citizen, should I enter my own one? Probably shouldn't if I win it. Yeah, so that's just to demonstrate it. But if you have a flag by your name, the competition is open now. It's the first stream of the month. The giveaway is open. You can enter up until 11 o'clock. It's open for the next 3 hours. There you are. You're in. Well done. That is one of your subscriber perks. So well on in. And yes, I should at least do a bean to Piney Druid. Thank you so much for gifting citizenship to the bots. That is so kind of you. His visa's once again approved. That should have been me, and you are amazing. That's super kind. Well, perfect timing. There you go. Whether it's gifted or of your own volition, you made it in time, and that's part of why I extended it from having a 2-minute window where everyone had to show up to just letting people show up, because it just acknowledges the difference in time zones and means more people can enjoy their full range of sub perks. Okay, this is lime or grass. Oh no, wait, that one's run out. That one's a pear. So this is going to be toasted marshmallow or stink bug. I haven't had stink bug at all yet. Toasted marshmallow. Thank you, Piney, and thank you, Kraybot. That was a fortunate one. All right. We were up against a goddamn dragon. An exploited dragon. I love Resident Exploit. I think, is it Exploited Dragon? I think you're already following the show. Citizen Perez. Hi, I'm mostly going to be lurking. Something to do, but welcome. Perez, do exclamation mark giveaway in the chat. You're a citizen. The giveaway is open all evening until 11 o'clock. It's open, so if you want a chance to win, enter. You'll see the command in the stream title. Exclamation mark giveaway. Yep, it's open all evening. So do it. You got a chance to win an awesome Steam game. Just wanted to make sure they overlooked me on Judgment Day. Boom! There you go. Nice one. Yeah, it's so much better to leave it open for the whole show rather than just have a 2-minute window. So the dragon flares his nostrils and glares at you. So option 1, dragon. 3, absolutely not to free you. 2, let me get my bearings first. Who are you?
I am Skirilophus, guardian of the Isles.
And that's how I pronounce it. Skiriol. He skips a couple of syllables there. It looks like Skioriolafis, but Skirilophus, guardian of the Isles. He slaps his tail against the floor. Slap, 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 slap. Also, if I win, can I give it back to someone else? But can I pick, please? Actually, on that one, Golem. I'm a bit skeptical on that. Oh, now that one I can do the real dance for. He's for every one of us. They're for every one of us. Alchemist! Clone person, thank you so much for gifting citizenship to Danger Alchemist. His visa is reapproved, and you are amazeballs. Citizens, you know the drill. Yeah, hang on, Leader Golem. And also, I'll get to that, but in a nutshell, I'm not so comfortable with that, and I'll explain why. Legit, hit that legit, hit that legit. We got a whole bunch of citizens in the channel. Please, folks, you know the drill. Hit that legit. And to Danger Alchemist. Perez, that one, the welcome in that regard is for... Yep, there you go, you remembered. Well done, there you go. Let's get a nice big wall of legit, nice big wall of legit. There you go, that's how you do it, folks. That's how you do it. And Danger Alchemist, do it for yourself as well. Do it for yourself as well. Rows and rows, use up that 500 character limit. Hit that legit, hit that legit. He's the guardian of the Isles. He's the guardian of the Isles. Go on, here's Marker, hit that legit. First of all, Danger Alchemist, welcome back, I think. Well, I think it's a welcome back to the ranks of the citizenry, and not just legit. Your Krayven's Town legit. Enjoy the emotes, more to come. The Salt emote is so very, very nearly drawn up. But in the meantime, use that legit, the most common bit of gamer slang on the entire internet, and the only channel where you get one that actually says legit. Whenever someone says legit, does something legit, or you want to emphasize other emotes with legit in front of them, like Love, Hype, GG, or any other cool ones that you got from other channels you're subscribed to. And of course, hit that legit whenever we get a new citizen, as is now been brilliantly demonstrated. Wave that welcome, as Perez showed, whenever we get a new resident, a new follower, and greet our guests when we get a raid or a host of more than one person. Next, wave your Krayven's Town flag loud and proud every time you chat, and the longer your citizenship is maintained, or by yourself or another kind person like Clone Person. I love that kind person, Clone Person. That word works quite well, doesn't it? The fancier, more prestigious it will get. You'll be able to enter the giveaway, which I think you've already done, but if you haven't already, exclamation mark giveaway, get it done. I think I just told you to do it and you did it, but I can't recall because I'm talking too quickly, because it's happening right now, and there won't be another chance until the new year. You'll now have access to read Krayven's Town Chronicle, the only newspaper you'll ever need for all the retrospective, future perspective headlines and happenings of the channel and the community. And in fact, that is not, you won't have gone to your inbox because you didn't have one at the time, so it went out at midnight last night, so it won't have been gone to your inbox, but you can now read it in the Citizens Lounge because you'll have access to that again. You'll be able to, we're doing a hunt. Hang on, Golem, please. Yeah, no, it didn't crash. It didn't crash. It's running fine. Exclamation mark hunt in the chat. Exclamation mark hunt in the chat. Let's go. But yes, that is in the Citizens Lounge right now. So go download the full PDF and take a read, a fancy formatted version. And of course, you'll have your access back to Citizens Towers, including the lounge and the treasury and the perks therein of both. Last but by no means least, my undying appreciation and gratitude. And we've already done the bean. Hunt in the chat. Hunt in the chat. And Golem, with the competition, I thought about this. When you said giving the game away to someone else right away, it's meant to be a subscriber-only prize. I can't really stop you if you choose to do that, but the point of doing it is to reward my subscribers, so... I would rather it be going to someone in this community. My Wi-Fi. Leader Golem, you've got to give me a chance. I was quite obviously doing all the subscriber-based stuff. You asked me a question, and I saw it, and I said, "Hang on," And I said, hang on. So I didn't know you didn't answer. Did you mean to write you didn't know if I answered, in which case, fair enough. No, I hadn't yet. I'm answering now. But the way you've written that makes it look like you thought I missed it, and I'm getting to it now. So if you just made a typo, that's fine. If you're saying I didn't answer, you've got to give me a chance because I'm doing the sub reward. Hunt in the chat. It's I can't really stop you should you choose to, but I'm not overly comfortable with it. This is supposed to be a reward for people who are subscribed to me in the community. Yeah, fair enough. That's no problem. Yeah, I thought it might just been a typo. If you want to do that, it's generally better not to say right away while you're asking, before anyone's even won, to go, do you mind if I give it to somebody else? I guess no, but I prefer it to go to an actual subscriber here, if that makes sense. So if you choose to, just, you know, keep it to yourself. Oh my god, again? Really? If you choose to, don't sort of let me know. It's your... I'll say, yeah, it's your right to do that, but it's not something I would like to happen or know that is happening. I'd want to think it was going to a member of this community. So you do what you choose to, but play along like you're keeping it if you do. Because and I'd certainly say I'd rather you not make it a prize in your own stream. Like if you get it and then you give it away as a prize to somebody else in your own stream, again, I can't really stop you, but don't mention that you have. Having bad hunt luck lately. Catch since it's just I have to admit the bot's being a bit mean. Not being right. Now see, that's why I needed that context to begin with. If you're just trying to sort of re-gift it, but if you win and you can't play it, let's say you don't have a Steam account but you win, then fair enough. If it was just sorry, put that bit in before, because I was thinking like, can I just win it on someone else's behalf? And that's a bit. You can, but I'd rather not know. But if it's literally because you can't actually use it, then yeah, that's more fine. That's more okay. The orichalum for dinner. Anyway, as we were. Okay, slaps his tail against the floor. Let's deal with this dragon thing.
You ever consider a nickname?
Nice, I love it there. Skirolafast narrows his eyes at it.
Just give it some thought, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, why don't we just call him Skirry? Skirry. Oh, your PC CPU goes up to 100%. Oh, goodness, fair enough. Yeah, that's why I'm building a new one. Mine's struggling.
What is this? One of Andra's whelps?
His snout wrinkles at Tekahu. Yeah, he's not a fan of them, clearly.
Hello.
Anyone notice like a warm stream of yellow liquid flowing down Tekahu's thighs? Tekahu swallows and pisses himself. Hot steam jets from the dragon's nostrils. Oh, let's see what we've got. I'm not a ranger, so I can't say anything. Option 1, I'm Krayven, captain of the Defiant. Option 2, I take it you're the one causing the whole city to shake. 3, did you make up that title, Guardian of the Isles? 5, say 4 I can't do because I'm not a ranger. 5, say nothing. 6, attack. I'm your death, of course. I'm gonna have to move out. You're moving out of your house, Leader Golem? Oh, no worries. Thank you again for the raid. That was very, very kind of you, folks. And do feel free to leave the lurk. Well, I say if you're moving out of your house, you're literally moving out. That's a hell of a lot to get on with. So best of luck with that. Very best of luck with that. If you mean moving out as in just heading out, no worries, man. Have a good day. And if you're leaving... Okay, cool. Feel free to leave the lurk up. Feel free to leave the lurk up. But if you can't, then okay, I'll catch you later. Give the dragon a chance. What could go wrong releasing an all-powerful, cunning, almost unstoppable beast on the town? I know, right? Okay, I can't take that dragon seriously when it wrinkles its nose. It reminds me of plastic dinosaur toy me. Oh, God. I'm not gonna... I'm debating. He won't know who I am. He's been trapped underground all his time. Ages since before I was born. He won't care. So I also, if something goes wrong and he does escape, I don't want him knowing my name, either that I released him or that I didn't, or some vendetta where I don't let him go but he escapes and lives. So 3, I take it you're the one causing the whole city to shake.
You do not see chains around me. but I am confined all the same.
Yeah.
One by one, every link shatters.
I do notice like these powerful wards in a ring around you. Cool, thanks Golem, I appreciate that. The dragon stares at the wards around the prison. Yeah, obviously, these bubbles inside.
You can only be here for one reason. You serve the Huana.
His eyes narrowed to slits. Didn't he already? Oh yeah, he narrowed his eyes at Adair. He must have reopened them. They've narrowed again.
This prison is built on a foundation of their lies.
Option 1, what are you talking about? 2, I have more cause to trust them than I do you, fiend. Have to admit, that's true. Dragons generally are neutral at best through to diabolically evil and unpleasant in this game. There's no like metallic dragons that are really nice. He's double narrowing his eyes. I'm sure. Clone person again makes a really good point. Alright, I'm just going to ask him what he's talking about.
You stand in the sanctum of the Watershapers. Those who make parlor tricks of Ngati's art.
Ah, so he's very, very devoted to Ngati, it seems, and it seems like they're pretenders. Okay.
An art in decline. The Huana Covenant has failed.
Covenant?
With each grain of sand surrendered to outsiders, Ngati draws her favor away from her chosen people.
Oh, giving up land for the sake of development. Ngati draws her favour away from her chosen people. Option 1, what covenant is that? 3, Tekahu, could this be true? 4, attack done talking, but I have a Deadfire. Because I'm originally from the Deadfire Archipelago, my character hails from here before he moved to the Deerwood in his backstory. We have a skill check, so part of me wouldn't mind asking Tekahu as he's here. But I have my general rule to acknowledge perks coming from skill checks, profession checks, race checks, job checks, etc. Oh, Piney, bless you. Oh, I was gonna say, clone person. I'm assuming is that you're guessing? You're joking. Good thing to do if you are is put a Kappa emote after it, so I know it's sarcasm. Just so I know it's sarcasm, because otherwise it won't carry through in text and I could panic. But you put a line after it, so thanks. So I'm going to go with my that's just superstition.
The guild hides how their acolytes struggle. Their ancestral forms no longer respond as they once did.
Panic for a second there.
Soon, there will be no Watershapers to remember them.
I mean, this is okay, but I don't know if he's lying or not telling me the whole story.
When their mighty talent went into decline, I gave the Huana the strength to raise the very sea against our enemies.
Okay.
For my generosity, they bound me to this chamber by my soul.
Whoa.
This cannot be true, I say.
This is good job we brought Tekahu. This turns into How to Train Your Dragon Krayven version. Tekahu has legendary sex with it if you let it go. Oh my God. Thanks, guys. The Kappa emotes help so much. I do plan to. This dragon's pretty sexy. He's pretty wet. I think he's hot for me. Or she, because the lady dragons have got voices equally deep. But we could be having a... Oh God, what the hell is that movie called with the ogre and the donkey who gets with the dragon? Shrek! Fuck! How did I forget something like Shrek?
The half-breed's naivete is charming. I see why you suffer.
Half-breed? Half-breed? Bit racist.
And now the Deadfire dies in my absence. The luminous Audra shrieks in agony, calling out for a guardian.
Option 1, you're the reason Watershapers are so powerful. 2, the other Watershapers know nothing about this. 3, read the dragon's soul. Your soul is stuck here. Let me take a look. 4, bound or not. What do you plan on doing about it? 5, I'm not sure I believe you. This is tricky. Since they're movies, but how do you forget Shrek? I know, whatever little neuron or brain cell was holding that information clearly just popped and died. Yo, resident Crystalina, how you doing? Welcome on in, lovely. How's Trix? Happy Sunday. Oof. I'm really torn because some of these dialogue options might be bonus things we can ask and still have others, but it might move the whole conversation forward. You're good. I'm very glad to hear it. It might move the whole conversation forward, in which case I've got to pick the one that feels right and is best and is most suited to my characters. As many of you know, and if those of you don't, I try and explain my thought process and play him within character to an extent. Finally relaxing. That's fantastic. Nice holiday weekend. Are you sort of back home and chilling after all the Thanksgiving good times? So, you're the reason Watershapers are so powerful. The other Watershapers know nothing about this. Or read the dragon's soul. Bound or not, what do you plan on doing about it? He clearly can't do much about it while he's bound here by his soul. I'm not sure I believe you. I'm not too sure, but I'll see if he can embellish on his story. But I'm looking at 1, 2, and 3. So you're the reason Watershapers are so powerful, because your covenant started to fail. Or the other Watershapers know nothing about this. Or 3. I have to admit, reading the dragon's soul seems like I might get the real story, because that is actually a unique talent. He won't necessarily know that I'm a watcher, unless that bubble we're standing in, this powerful hexagrammatic ward or whatever it is that we're within, is preventing sort of soul readings. Perhaps they looked in advance to that. Been doing a lot of things this week, but I was really beat yesterday, so I slept in today. Oh, nice. Nothing can't beat a little bit of a Sunday morning lie-in. The thing is, if I read the soul, it might then lead me straight into an option to free it, without the option to go back and try it again. Like, it might just force me to go decide to free it or not, and then not let me free him. The other Watershapers knew nothing about this. Yeah, I have to admit, so he seems to have already explained that's why they're so powerful. So I'm narrowing it down to 2 and 3. 3 could sort of force a decision too early, so let's see if we can get more information. The other Watershapers knew nothing about this.
Clever Pariki twisted the forms of her art. Rather than give obeisance to Ngati, they draw from the wards of this prison.
The dragon shows his teeth. His steaming... Oh, it's a boy dragon. His steaming breath rising from between each fang. Christ.
None but the masters of the guild ever knew this.
Gonna do a bean. I've got to get the deficit down for Onyx John. The reason why we have so many potential. And don't forget, folks, if you haven't already, ! giveaway in the chat if you're a subscriber, if you're a citizen, if you have a town flag next to your name. The competition, the giveaway is open right now. Let's get this down to, I think, 71. I slowed Onyx John after this one. It's 72 at the moment, so peach or vomit.
Mother, Ngati never told me this,
vomit.
I say.
Tegahu raises a shaking hand to his brow. Piety. Pallagina's feathers ruffle as she lets out a faint sigh. Yeah, she doesn't like religion. Pallagina doesn't like most of the people. Yeah, because he's a godlike. I think that's why I called him half-breed, because he's half Huana and a half godlike, so he's like had direct communication with Ngati.
The goddess sent her insufferable tests. She never raised a fin to deliver me from this prison.
Skiorafast growls long enough to send a tremor through the chamber. Right, cool. So, okay, this is a major dialogue hub, so we get to use this more than once. So, option 1, you're the reason Watershapers are so powerful.
The Huana of ages past could have shaped the very dead fire to their liking.
Probably with all the Adra pillars. Mind you, the pillars are all over the world. The Deerwood had a bunch as well.
Now their backs have turned against Ngati's covenant. Their art is an echo of its former glory.
It seems my plan to slowly... My preference to side with the Huana was the right choice. I get the feeling they're gonna kick... If we do, they will drown out the Valian Trading Company and the Royal Deadfire Company. Gonna get some candy, I'll be right back. Hopefully Scary Office doesn't decide you're asking too much and decides to munch you while I'm away. Yeah, fingers crossed on that one, Alchemist. Raising a shaking hand to his mouth, Tekahu blinks up at the dragon.
Ayangati, he speaks true.
Wait, how do you know that? How do you know that?
Your disgrace, so pure and concentrated.
I have to admit, the fact that Tekahu is saying it's true when he's got the most reason to deny it or claim it's a lie. He is the chosen of Angati, he's a member of the Huana, his power comes from here, and he's finding out right now it's all based on a lie compared to before. From a quite comfortable life as a very, very privileged and renowned tribesperson, and an aquatic godlike, so he's given favour all over the place. So for him to go, it's true, certainly answers number 5, I'm not sure I believe you. I have to admit, I've got to do my other 2 choices, so your soul is stuck here, let me take a look. Or bound or not, what do you plan on doing about it? Have to admit, before I read his soul, I'm pretty sure I do believe in 5. What do you plan on doing about it? I just want to hear what his kind of thing is. Hasn't named you as dessert yet. No, not yet.
Freedom comes like the tide, and the Deadfire heeds my call.
He probably summoned all the Naga, because the Naga are very much tied with Ngati, and they sort of defend the pillars as well. I could imagine that this dragon, as he's such clearly an aquatic dragon, has some sort of power or sway over the Naga.
I sense a rod among your belongings.
Skirlafas narrows his eyes and watches you carefully.
My gift to Pariki. My covenant with the Huana. Another broken promise.
Dude's got a vendetta. I have to admit, he's winning me over.
It made the enchantments of this prison and can destroy them. It can set me free.
Damn it, I should have clicked that little label and had the choice. The dragon lashes its tail in eager, repetitive circles.
We have a responsibility, I say.
Trailing off, Tekahu pulls absently on one of his hairs, well, tentacles. Aloth nods, a quiet smile etched across his lips. Pallagina holds up her hand, rubbing the tips of her middle finger against her thumb and nodding. Yes, because Aloth and Pallagina are both pro-duty, although he's normally not dutiful at all. He's saying they have a responsibility. There's gonna be ramifications for setting this guy free. He's been trapped under here for however long, having his soul milked for power. Is he going to be angry at the Huana or going to fight alongside them?
He speaks truth. The Huana are better served if he remains.
Oh.
Your opinion is irrelevant, half-breed.
Okay. Oh, we've got to decide. Oh, no. Remember, E for everyone, dragon. Don't go to NSFW territory, so no witnesses, right? If there are, they can be removed. I would have thought it's going to be better for the Huana to let him go, but I suppose if the pact has already been broken with Ngati by letting people in, then he basically fulfilled it so that they could still defend themselves, but he's now been betrayed as well. Now, I'm pro-Huana. I was like, release him and like renew your pact, but Tekahu makes a good point. It's like, no, the pact's already been broken and they haven't got the power. There's now all kinds of outsiders setting up forts and colonies all over the place, and if he goes, the water shaping ability is gone. So option 1, Onikars would have me killed if I set you free. There has to be another way. 2, I have other questions about you first, dragon. 3, what happens to your captors if I do as you ask? 4, do I get something out of the arrangement? 5 is a skill check. Arcana, letting you go deprives the Watershapers of a useful asset. Or 6, say no more, let's get you out of here. 7, attack. Counter offer, I leave here with your head. This dragon doesn't seem to have much treasure. He'd have some dragon scales and dragon eyes. His entire biology is a laundry list of rare, nigh on unobtainable magical components. But that's about it. Yo, Citizen Silver Magpie! Hello, lovely to see you in the chat. Well, by the way, Silver Magpie, the giveaway is open. The once per month subscribers only giveaway, citizens only giveaway. And you are a citizen because you obviously received a gift from either Onyx John or one of our others, I'm a Coconut or somebody else. So do exclamation mark giveaway and you'll be in the competition because it's open. It's open until 11. It's open until 11 PM and it's only 8:45 now. So there you go. Oh, Crystalina, sorry, yes, it's only for subscribers. It's one of the subscriber perks. So if you have a flag next to your names, there you go. So if you have a flag next to your name, you're in. You're in. But yes, it's if you have a flag by your name. Yeah, no problem, no problem. You're going to take their nukes. I mean, dragons, right? They're such a pain. What happens to your captors if I do as you ask?
The Huana have chartered their doom. I will not mourn their passing.
Right, so he's not saying I'll actively kill them, but he's confirming that they're screwed.
What a lovely day!
Indeed it is. Very good time. It's lovely to have... By the way, thank you for any and all lurking. Hunt in the chat, folks. Thank you for any and all little lurks and pop-bys, whether it's just a couple of minutes or half an hour or so, since I last had the pleasure of your company here in the chat. I do appreciate any swinging by you've done. And how have you been? What have you been up to since I last saw you? Hunt in the chat, folks. Hunt in the chat. Hunt in the chat. So he's confirming that if he leaves, the Huana are screwed. Which is tricky, because I'm kind of pro-Huana.
Neither will I speed it along while they stand against the foreign tide.
Oh! Okay, so he's saying... Right, he's staying neutral. He won't actively kill them. He won't actively go out and seek vengeance, but he won't... That seems to mean, like, he won't help them, but he won't assault them. Okay. I want to do this check, the Arcana check, like letting you go deprives the Watershapers of a useful asset. Well, I have questions about you first, Dragon. At least that one's a safe one. I'll go into that. I have questions about you first, Dragon.
I will tolerate your curiosity.
You think of yourself, tolerate my curiosity, mate. You're not going anywhere, so you'll have it. You'll have it. What is your... Oh, 2 seconds, Golub. I'll answer that in a little bit. I'll answer that in a little bit. Oh, I haven't forgotten it. Exclamation mark, greet. I'll catch up on all the chat. Greet our guest, Davnor, thank you so much. You caught us at a critical moment. I'm having to decide whether I free a dragon and doom a whole race of people, but let me come out and give you all a proper welcome. Greet our guests. Oh my word, we gone hunting. The hunt happened in the middle of the raid, but we beat a plated dust viper.
A wise decision.
Kylan the Edwards has made a wise decision. Thank you for the follow. Residency to Cravenstown is granted. Lodgings being prepared. Citizens, wave that welcome. Citizens, please wave that welcome for Kylan. Wave that welcome for Kylan. Let me actually catch up on everything that flew by there, starting with the raid and then working backwards to other bits and pieces people asked. Steam at 10. Dav had to work. Okay, so he's done the raid. He's had to head off. Kylan, Dav had to work. Oh, so he's literally gone. He's coming. He has to go off to work. Unleash the beast. Kylan, welcome. Steamer 10, welcome. All of you who come on over, it's a pleasure to have you here. And yes, Davnor, indeed, unleash the beast if I'm allowed to give my 2 cents. Certainly. It's a fully blind playthrough, so you know what's going to happen. Any sarcastic, or if you don't, anything that you predict might happen or is a joke, put a capper on the end of it so I can tell that it's sarcasm. If you know what's coming, obviously no spoilers. The rest of it's all good. Thank you so much, everyone, for waving that welcome. Let's do a shout out for Davnor, even if he's had to head off to work. He's a good guy. I've met him IRL several times. Lovely fellow, British streamer, pretty chill, does a whole variety of content, like Ark and lots of games like that, Ark kind of survivally based stuff. And he's doing Pokemon Sword and Shield. So welcome on over, everyone who's come over. Lovely to have you. My name's Krayven. If you haven't been here before, welcome to the Krayven Content Multiplex, the main entertainment complex and gatehouse to Cravenstown town itself, when you are watching Story Sunday, my day of the week where I do games with big rich narratives, and also for the last hour of the show, live reading ASMR of fancy things, all wrapped up in a ribbon and presented as Story Sunday. Yo, G-Chad News, super random question. Have you brought your RAM? Yes, I already have. I meant to actually show off some of that on, but I might save that for the first stream of next week, which will be on Tuesday rather than Monday, and actually going through everything that's here. But as it's right there, I've got the Corsair Dominator Platinum 32 gigs, although I didn't pay the extra 20 quid for the RGB versions. I kind of wish I did now with the money I laid out, but I've got this one and it's really very good, very highly rated. And raiders who came in, do feel free, please, to either hit that link or remove refer a raid from your URL, and it will count towards my view count right away. To quote Kane from Diablo 2, do stay a while and listen. But if you do have to head off, if you were supporting Davnil by jumping in on his raid, and just to sort of stick around for a little bit and then you have to head off before too long, I totally understand. It's very nice of you to support a streamer when we do our raids. And if you want to know when I'm back, I'll be back on Tuesday next week at 7 p.m. But we've still got a good 2.5 hours at least of streaming content here, so do feel free to stick around. If you want to know more about what I stream and when and how, check the channel panels with the schedule and info and all that kind of stuff. No worries, just found 16 gigs of RAM just in case you wanted it. Oh, I'm more than happy to have another 16. I've got that's two sticks. I've got room for another 2. It depends how much you're charging for them. I mean, is 48, do you have to go up in steps of 16, 32, 64, or can you get by with 48? I'd give it a home if you're selling it second hand. Did you download that RAM, or is it a physical? Oh, but welcome, lovely to have you. Right, a couple of other things to quickly to quickly answer. And Notchoy, sorry, Notchoy, you came in as well there. I'd caught that just about. That's why I scroll back up. Notchoy, welcome, and everyone else who came over, lovely. You printed out the downloaded RAM. I did, absolutely. You can get it, but it depends on the timings and the speed. That's true. This is DDR4 3200 RAM. And honestly, I'll be looking for the most part, but I thought I'd come and support Silver Magpie. I appreciate that. Do feel free to lurk away. Thank you so much for leaving the tab up. And Leader Golem, in terms of getting it, myself, it's mainly work, my job, and everything else. I'm trying to remember, I know you're one of the younger member of our audiences. Obviously, don't give away if you're below 18, because technically this is an over 18 mature stream. But even part-time jobs and bits and pieces like that. But keep making content, keep doing things. Have your donation button set up. But yeah, obviously don't bring it up or ask how you're struggling for it. But if you need just a new chair, you do realise, although they might not last that long, if you're really struggling with back pain, you can get a good enough sort of gaming chair or a comfortable chair for like kind of 30-40 quid. It can just be an office thing from IKEA or Argos, or go to a second-hand shop. You don't have to have like the fancy gaming chair and all that kind of thing. If it's something that's bad, that's really hurting your back, just get something different. You could even get something ergonomic or a stool to sit on that forces you to sit upright, because if you're in a bad seated position, that's going to be a lot worse than just a simple thing that forces you to sit in a good position, which will help sort of heal the back. Is what I would suggest. You can send him the RAM through fax. Oh my goodness. All right, we're in the middle of this huge thing with this dragon. This is like a major decision. And yeah, go on eBay. Go on to eBay. See if someone is doing, or CEX. See if someone's doing refurbished or secondhand. They're a trusted seller, because you could get something, if you don't mind having something used, but is in good condition. You could get something for far, far less than buying it new. Now George G. Chachanidze really knows his stuff. He runs a YouTube channel for building PCs. For buying a chair, I always suggest buy one off eBay or Gumtree. There are always companies going bust and selling for up to 80% off their retail value. Yeah, there you go, eBay. So tolerate his curiosity. I've got a skill check. What if we exercise the imprisoned portion of your soul from the rest? Well, hang on. So you think of yourself as a guardian. Let's get the background of this guide. See if it can inform my decision a bit more. You think of yourself as a guardian.
That is a duty as old as the islands themselves.
Uh-huh. I kind of was hoping we'd have a big dragon fight here, but it looks like it's going to be a real tricky moral quandary. And yes, folks, you can spin in the chat. You can duel one another, exclamation mark duel. Don't forget you can spin. In fact, I'm going to have a little spin. I haven't spun for ages. Haven't spun for absolutely ages. Ah, broke even. Double kappa. Not bad. And, of course, we can go hunting as well.
In ages past, there were 3 guardians. They watched over the Isles, the Adra, and lost to Kaizo.
Yes, this mythical island rumored to be somewhere.
That is similar to the tenets of Ngati's covenant.
Tekahu furrows his brow. Pallagina shakes her head and adjusts her clothing. She doesn't... That wasn't a pious remark. Pallagina's way precious about that. He was just literally commenting on a similarity. Pallagina, chill the fuck out. I don't know. I don't think it... Maybe you just do hunt, and if it is ready, it will be available. If it's not, it will tell you how long there is left.
You are perceptive for a fish.
What a dickish thing to say. What do you know of Kaizo?
The city where Kith spoke to gods. The heart of an empire. I know only what I hear.
Uh-huh.
Ukaizo was gone before my time.
Wow.
Even its myth is dust and ashes.
Okay, Akaizo's truly ancient because this guy's been around for a long time. He remembers the power of the ancient Huana, so goodness knows how old Akaizo is. There you go, so exactly 12 minutes. You spoke of 3... something on your mind, Tekahu?
Ikera, there is too much running through my head, I say.
Tekahu touches his forehead spot.
For another time.
Tekahu reaches up and touches his cheek with a shaking hand. I have a feeling whatever we decide here is going to have a quite profound effect and require a conversation with him afterwards.
The fish is not ready to know what he only now suspects.
The fish. Tekahu is now the fish for the rest of the game. I was actually really well behaved over Black Friday. All I bought was a Camlink 4K, which I had planned on buying for a while. Did a test stream with it yesterday, and the video quality is incredible. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's not quite up yet, Silver Magpie, but you're close. You still remember how to do it. Oh, congratulations, clone person. Something like a chuckle echoes in your mind. Of course, yeah, dragons are telepathic. You spoke of 3 guardians.
Creatures of unparalleled age and power. Bound, like me, to strengthen the Huana.
Okay, what? So you're the 4th guardian, or?
If they still lived, no foreign ship would trespass on these islands.
Wow. Back to my other questions. Seems Ngati takes her region of the world very seriously and very xenophobically.
Ukaizo is lost beyond all memory. Better to forget that monument of hubris.
Oh, Kaiser is a monument of hubris. It's one thing I'm looking forward to, but it's for much in the future, is getting a dedicated camera rather than a webcam for the live video feed myself, George. That sounds really nice. It's going to be great for your videos. He's pretty sassy for an oversized water noodle. He's quite oversized. The size of him compared to the size of us is something else. We're at 1 jackpot today, hoping for another. I'm confident you will. How did you get in here, anyway?
As outsiders threatened the Isles, the power of the Huana waned. Crafty Pariki sought me out to strike a deal.
Just by the way, if you don't already know, Pariki was an explorer and founder of the Watershapers Guild. Many of the modern teachings of water shaping stem from her research into ancient Huana society, which led to her posthumous renown and the subsequent naming of her home district in Nekataka as Pariki's Overlook. I didn't actually know that.
She used my soul as a crutch for her Watershapers. In exchange, she vowed to protect the Adra.
Ah, and she's failed to protect the Adra. That's why he considers the Covenant broken. Go on. Or option 1, go on. 2, but Valians are mining the Adra, and we have a Valian person right here. If I choose that, it'll piss her off. 3, Watershapers don't protect Adra. They hold back the Rauatine Armada. I have to admit, that's pro-Watershaper and anti-Rauatine. I really hate the Rauatine. And our companion who's pro-Rauatine, I never keep her in the party because she's a hunter and they suck.
Indeed. The Huana bite off more than they can chew.
Well, they're trying to protect the place, dude. That's exactly what you said they're supposed to do. Come on.
I came as an honored guest. The Watershapers grew strong, and new conflicts replaced the old.
I set it up with my G7, which is what I use for filming the YouTube video, and use to and use the film lighting I use for videos. Cool, man.
When I resolved to go, my captors left me here, cheated and howling in the dark. As outsiders threatened, she used my soul as a crutch for her Watershapers.
I want to hear the rest of the story.
She vowed to protect the Adra.
Go on.
I came as an honored. When I resolved to go, my captors left me here, cheated and howling as outside. She used my soul.
Okay, so I'm tempted to take. I don't know if I mentioned.
She vowed to protect the Adra.
See, Valians are mining the Adra. I don't know if Pallagina will hate this. Let's find out. But it seems the other. So Watershapers don't protect the Adra. They hold back the Rautine Armada. It's like, but Valians are mining the Adra, which is true.
The Verus. We mine it and refine it.
Ah, here we go.
Most of the Huanas seem perfectly content with the arrangement.
Oh, she meant. I think if we had Maya in the party, she would have said something about the other one. Seriously? Oh, so she didn't like that.
I am not most of the Huana. I am the jaws of the dead fire.
Okay.
Look upon me. Are you surprised that the Huana do not keep their promises?
Okay.
I came as when I resolved, I have sat still for enough of your questions.
Oh, we had a limit.
Will you
Shit.
release me, or must this end with blood?
Okay. He damn it. He wouldn't he wouldn't tolerate more questions. Will you release me or must this end with your blood? Skiriel flexes his claws and hisses. Shit. No, I have more questions about it before I proceed. Mate, do you want me to free you or not?
I tire of your questions.
Crap.
Do you intend to release me or not?
Allow me to inspect this prison. A low growl builds in the back of his throat.
Your inspection is irrelevant.
Okay.
I've seen enough of these walls for the both of us.
Use a rolled up newspaper. I'm sure there's a legendary weapon, a rolled up newspaper.
The wards are the bars of my prison, and the rod you carry can bend them apart like stalks of wheat.
Let's see. Destroy the wards. Understood. Lie. I'll get right on that. Say nothing. You found me out. I'm just going to circle around and stab you in the back. Or option 2. It might be safer to siphon power and let the wards collapse on their own, but I won't bore you with the details. I'll take the Arcana thing because all of them involve destroying the wards. Smacks it. Bad, scary office. Bad.
If you think it prudent.
Skirelafas raises one of his scaly brows.
Time has weakened the wards enough that I can leave this cell without you. There will be a debt of pain that I have no wish to incur.
Ah, so the wards won't kill him upon leaving, but it'll hurt him a lot.
Betray me, and I will summon as many waves of Naga as it takes to shatter this prison.
The dragon unclenches his jaw and watches you in silence. Right. Yeah, so I guessed right. He is the one summoning the Naga. End dialogue. Right, let's see what the updates say. Crud. Decide what to do with Skirelafas. Skirelafas seeks freedom from the guild that long ago ensnared him. He makes promises of deepest gratitude, but releasing him could hamper the education of acolyte Watershapers and cause unknowable havoc besides. According to him, the Rod of the Deep Hunter is the key to freedom. I can siphon power from the wards encircling his prison. He warns me against wasting his time. He will summon more Naga and find another escape route if I delay. And in exchange for his freedom, the dragon implied he will assist me in a time of need. Right. I have no idea how that works, but I'm going to quick save at that point after all that dialogue. We'll see what else. Okay, so these are the 4 wards. What is this? Oh, it's just, these are all soul focuses. Luminous Adra Dust and Living Iron. More Living Iron. Oh, okay, I can rob all this shit. Oh, fuck. I'm sure there's going to be no ramifications if I take all the cool stuff out of all of these things. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. I don't know what to do, folks. I don't know what the best option is here. Living Iron and Soul Dust, hell yeah. If I do this and all the wards start magically collapsing. Well, that seemed fine. Right. Options as they stand are thus. If we kill the dragon or... Well, either way, I just realised. Quick, find a donkey! Yes, we need a wisecracking donkey. We need a wisecracking donkey to have a family with him. That'd be too Indiana Jonesy. It would be, wouldn't it? So I've got to weigh this up because we've got 3 options. Well, it feels like 3, but I don't think we do. Because if we leave him alive, he will summon wave after wave of Naga and cause havoc. That leaving him alive is the only way to sort of still give the Juana a chance for a while against the Rauatine Navy. But he implies he could leave at any time, but it would involve a debt of pain. So he doesn't want it, but he can actually leave. I don't know if that's a bluff, though. I mean, he could be bluffing, saying... I mean, he's been trapped here for so long. I reckon if he could leave, he'd take the debt of pain. But I don't know what that debt of pain would involve. But, or maybe that implication was, if you help me leave, I will return that debt. So I think he genuinely can't leave unless we free him. I mean, he goes on, the wards all break down. So if we leave him alive and we leave him in here, there's the Watershapers still have their power, but like loads and loads of Naga are going to come keep invading. And yo, Duncan! Hello. Oh, clone person. I've caught that in the chat. Sorry, but you might hang fire a bit if you're wanting to do that to catch me properly. No worries. If we release him, it's going to have the same effect as killing him, except if we release him, we get a dragon who'll help us out maybe once in a certain major situation, or perhaps we could even summon him repeatedly. But the Juana are then kind of screwed, and colonialists come in. If we kill him, same effect. The Juana are screwed, colonialists come in, but we get probably some useful items or dragon parts that we can use.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Oh, let's go hunting. Let's go hunting. Everyone in the chat. Everyone in the chat. I'm weighing up some options. If you've got some sarcastic remarks, just put Kappa with them. If you've got some inputs, as long as they're not spoilers, do feel free to share maybe some of your thoughts. Let's begin. How to Krayven your dragon. Hunt in the chat, folks. Hunt in the chat. I don't know. Perhaps if I can chat to Tekahu.
At your service.
Alright, so just quick save it there, and...
I thought Aethys was too busy kicking over islands to blunt his teeth with mortals.
Tekahu scrutinizes you with an unreadable expression.
What say? You must take something from all this idle chatter with the gods.
Oh, I thought... Mate, this is just background conversation to other things. I expected him to have something to say about the massive dragon that's going to affect the outcome of his whole people, but no. Apparently, Aethys was more curious about me than I was of him.
And you knew things he did not. Ah.
Tekahu bites his thumbnail.
For what does he listen to you, then? The gods I know are tight of lip and hard of hearing.
He's searching his feelings and needed a mortal perspective. Or I can do religion 4, mine won't shut up. 3, he might be worried about how we interpret his actions. Or 4, I don't pretend to understand the motivations of a god. I like that, mine won't shut up, because it's a little religion skill check, which is rather fun. Mine won't shut up. He raised a hand to his lips and stifles laughter, shaking his
I
head.
could not imagine the inner workings of a god.
He trails off, looking away. Well, yes, you wouldn't want to screw people whose survival depends on slavery. That's right, exactly his marker. There's another mentioned 10-minute timer, and he kills you if you don't decide fast enough. Oh god, I'd be screwed with that, because you know how long it takes me weighing up these decisions. Maybe you help him, it'll become a pet. Imagine teaching him how to sit and roll around. That would be so fucking class.
But then, I am not meant to. It is for mortals to flail in the darkness, I say, while gods point us toward light.
They have a plan for us. Last thing they need is doubt. 2, better they let us figure it out for ourselves. 3, I felt the weight of authority before. I have no desire to feel it again. 4, someone needs the power to shape our future. I have to admit, I'm a little bit more better they let us figure it out for ourselves. As he weighs your words, Tekahu winces a little. Tekahu rocks back on his heels, nodding to himself. He agrees with that. Apparently.
To be worshipped. To have others interpret your design.
Tekahu sighs, pulling back his hair.
Such a burden. And mortals demand it so.
Whoop, secret skill check. Belly rub. Ha! Hey, grats everyone. We kicked its ass. Fuck the gods. Not literally, and that never goes well. Yes, Cthulhu taught us that, but metaphorically.
What should a god worry about such cares, when theirs is the hand on the tiller?
Tekahu spreads his palms and frowns. Maybe they worry because their hands on the tiller, but again, we got an insight check. Are we still talking about Aethys? Wouldn't you worry if you're in their position? Thanks for talking, Tekahu. Enough of this. No, I'm going to take the insight check, because that's very much in keeping with my character. Are we still talking about Aethys? He pauses, blinking at you with a handful of hair pressed between his fingers.
Kara, I did not wish to burden you. These days, I am having to think harder than my pampered years.
Hey, he's actually acknowledging he's pampered. I'm enjoying his character growth.
You will forgive the handsome fish if he is as curious as the green god.
He rubs the back of his neck and chuckles.
At least Aethys has you to keep him in check. What happens when we catch up to him is something for future Tekahu to worry about.
I love it. That's a problem for future Tekahu. He smiles wanly. Oh, hello. The world around you darkens. Darkens. Once again, you feel an insistent tug for your attention. The pull centering from Tekahu's soul. Sorry, surrender to the sensation. Okay.
Scratch under the wet clay of any artist and you hatch a lifetime of fear and doubt.
Oh, the goddess is talking to me, not you, mate. Andra props her chin on her fist and studies Tekahu with a sigh.
My boy doesn't fear the gods. He only fears what he'll compromise by living up to his potential.
Okay, but isn't
it
it
easier to let sculptures represent you?
Stop cheating on Jyoti with the fish. Interesting kicks. What's that movie? I'm having a bit of a Shape of Water moment, aren't I? When I read that, I went for Greek gods and all their shenanigans, but Kray's head immediately goes to Cthulhu. What could I say? What could I say? Dark and twisted corners of my mind.
Poor thing. Nothing he does could disappoint me. But that is a mother's prerogative.
He really is pampered. She pulls away with a wet slapping sound. Ew! You receive the mental impression of a wink. She's kind of... I think as Ngati right here, she's kind of Cthulhu-esque. She's got a bit of a Dagon thing going on. The world reasserts itself all around you. Tekahu wears an uncertain smile, tipping his head inquisitively. Alright, well, let's be off. Well, that was random. Good job we stopped to talk to him, and that wasn't really relevant to what I read that as wank! Alright, playing through Shadow of War again. Got a guy called Executioner, who I've never seen do an execution, and is now being executed. Ha! Brilliant. You see the mental impression of a wank. That is not a mental impression I want or need. Okay. Now, do we run back outside and go and inform Onikaza about this, or not? Do we make our own decision? Decide what to do. He warned me against wasting his time or summon more Naga and find another escape route if I delay. Oh, better get on with it, really. Thanks for that.
I got this.
No, all of you,
Hey there.
please. Right, let's see if we can get any more out of him. I doubt it, though.
You return, and my prison endures.
Skirillafast bares his teeth in warning. Okay. I think if we leave and go and do a bunch of other things and days pass, he'll just piss off and be done with it. I'm leaning towards freeing him, kind of, although I don't know. It seems the more practical option. I mean, he reckons he's going to escape. To be fair, he was making the shakes happen that was causing the whole city to shake, which seems that he was getting more and more powerful, which lends some credence to the fact he really could break free. He doesn't want the pain debt. If we go and tell I reckon if we go and tell Onikaza what's happened and why, she would maybe find another way to re-up his prison, and that would leave him locked down. But the way I don't know, the only way I can see it is either we kill him, we free him, or he escapes on his own when we decide to try and help the Watershapers. All three of those outcomes potentially involve the Watershapers eventually losing this additional borrowed power. One of them gets me some dragon parts, one of them gets me a powerful dragon ally, and one of them gets me an angry dragon. All of them involve the Huana struggling against the Rauatai. Now, I am pro-Huana. I mean, I don't mind the Valians, but I'll favour the Huana above the Valian Trading Company, generally. The Valian, I only deal with them as pragmatically as it allows. The Rauatai I actively dislike. That's the Royal Deadfire Company. I'm wondering if I can still help the Huana, but the idea of me and my party, if single-handedly stopping a whole fleet. I mean, if this was actually being done in-game, I could single-handedly fight them battle after battle and kill all of them, but the game's obviously going to treat it as like a whole fleet coming in, and it's more than you could ever hope to deal with. I'm looking towards the end game and the potential of ending up actually really helping the Royal Deadfire Company, which I don't want to do. I also don't want the Huana to die and get like destroyed or wiped out. I mean, they could eventually settle fully or end up being forced to integrate with colonial invaders. Problem is, they don't have the power they used to. They're already losing. Apparently the pact with Ngati is broken. That said, Ngati just talked to Tekahu. So she literally is still invested in Tekahu. And he said what this guy's saying is true, but it would weaken the Huana if we let this guy go. He's not going to attack the Huana, but he's not going to aid them either. But I'm hoping that he'd potentially still destroy the Royal Deadfire Company. Or to be honest, after all his time in here, he might just escape and be done with it. The Huana don't deserve to live for breaking their pacts. He could be bluffing about escaping on his own, though. He is a slave in a situation being used and abused for power. Well, he entered a pact, and yeah, that pact has been broken. He's now truly imprisoned. That's actually, Clone Person, you've made a really good moral point. He could break free, but... yeah, it's either do it yourself or escape through and then I'll have your number. True. The only way I can see, in the short term, tell Onikaza, double up his wards, continue to use his power to help protect, but... he'll eventually escape, and in the meantime we'll just summon wave after wave of Naga. I can't see a long-term good outcome by keeping him imprisoned. It will just delay either the inevitable or other options. Alright. I think I'm going to let him go and see if I can do all the other things to help the Huana as best I can, but I think we've got to let this guy go. Hang on. Leave it be. I'm actually going to drop a proper save here, because this is like a major decision. This is like a major decision. I'm going to put a new one in there. He could be bluffing about escaping on his own. I'm wondering what this pain debt would be, but I don't know how much he's bluffing, because he's got the Naga and he's making the place shake more and more. Even the door graphic said whatever's in here looks like it's going to bust out soon. It seems like it's going to bust out soon. So, a raised ward stone stands out from the watery floor of the dragon's prison. The runes engraved along its surface glow with pale light. Inspect the wardstone. Enchantments coursing through the stonework keep the dragon tethered to the spot and siphon energy from his soul. The spells of imprisonment look more recent. Ah, right. So the enchantment siphoned energy from his soul, but the spells of imprisonment were added afterwards. Ah, because I have a metaphysics, the siphoning enchantment merely sips at the dragon's essence and disperses it elsewhere. You think it could be used to store the essence enough to last decades or longer if used responsibly. You can tell nothing else about the enchantments. The ward flashes, causing the rod of the Deep Hunter to tremble in your pack, as if the two share some arcane affinity for one another. Oh, right. So we've got a metaphysics check. Try and siphon... Oh, we can split the difference. 3. Use the rod of the Deep Hunter to disable the enchantments. 4. Strengthen the spell of the imprisonment. Or, because we got metaphysics, try to siphon enough of the dragon's essence to empower the guild, then break the imprisoning wards. Right, yeah, because he agreed to the siphoning willingly at first. The thing is, though, with but if willing to come and clean your house for money, then you back out, not paying me, and lock me in your house. No, that's very true. That's very true. So, well, I'm seeing it as this way: if we try and siphon enough of his dragon's essence to empower the guild, then break the imprisoning ward, that's returning it to the original pact he made. But now this one I'm being a little bit... I'm going outside my character and using my own knowledge. Obsidian Games, when they offer you a third way, like we've got the 2 binary choices, strengthen the spell, disable the enchantments. Those are the 2 binaries, one or the other. When you get a third option, like this, a compromise option, it usually also compromises your outcome. It usually compromises your outcome as well. Right, hang on. Right, so we're going to quick save again. Where you can't get the best of both worlds. You can get one strong result one way or the other that will have some major upsides and major downsides, or you'll get some that, like, okay, you didn't fully commit, but you don't get the best or the worst of either. I mean, I'm trying to justify this by it being the original pact, but it could go wrong. It could take away too much of his essence. It is, though, a skill check. It is a metaphysics skill check, and it's requiring me to have metaphysics. Only me. I'm not getting any party bonuses from this. Try to siphon enough the dragon's essence to empower the guild. That is the original pact, and it is a skill check. It's pragmatic. If this doesn't work, I'll release him, but I'll try and do this. So we're going to try to siphon enough of the dragon's essence to empower the guild, then break the imprisoning ward. Oh, I passed it. Now that was a check of 9. And it was in character. See, now I had a maximum of 13 because of +4 party assist, but 9 was required, and I have 9 myself. So even though I didn't have the party assist, metaphysics is one of Krayven's main characters. Sorry, main traits. Insight and metaphysics are his 2 primary knowledge pools. So a metaphysics check was well within capability. It's very surprising it didn't tell me how much was required in advance. So Skirafas winces but makes no other process. He shifts his weight from one leg to the other as the runes of confinement begin to crumble. That is a high skill check. A skill check that high usually means that you can actually get a decent outcome. If that was a metaphysics check of just at all, it wouldn't be that good. But a check of 9 is quite a lot. Time for sleep. And Kyria, thank you so much for being here, my dude. Sleep well. Okay. The wardstone itself flashes brighter than ever, resplendent with the dragon's powerful essence.
I feel irregular. Lighter. But there is an absence as well.
Yeah, he's not weighed down by the soul chains, but he's also missing part of his soul. He eyes the ceiling thoughtfully.
The burden of this prison is lifted. I will return to the beloved Atra.
Skirafas flexes his claws and lets out an exultant bellow. Option 1, your soul may recover in time. It's a formidable one. 2, as long as you remember who helped you. 3, will you consider showing mercy against those who wronged you? 1 or 3. I'm not too worried about remember who helped you. 1, your soul may recover in time. It's a formidable one. I could say that and show like care for his well-being, but that isn't a question, it's a statement. So that's what I think. And what I think doesn't really bear and have any bearing on him. If that's true, it's true. If it's not, it's just a sort of encouraging phrase. But 3, will you consider showing mercy against those who wronged you, is a question, and I'm trying to help the Huana.
Mercy. Only for those who showed mercy to me. The rest...
No, you lying bastard! He splits his jaws into a lethal grin. He literally said, I am not going to protect them any further. I won't aid their demise.
Should your hopes darken on the high seas, you will feel a welcome chill as my shadow passes over your deck. Depend on it.
Okay. I don't know. He's not overly merciful. He's thinking he might take some vengeance out on them. He said he won't speed their demise, but he won't aid them. But now he's gone mercy and grinned evilly. But that I've got to trust that he's going to stay neutral. Mercy, and then he flashed a lethal smile. I don't think he has any trouble about picking off Huana out at sea if he needs a snack, but hopefully he won't butcher them. Roaring with triumph, Skirlafas aims his body at the rocky ceiling and takes off. Hey, Citizen Gilboa! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Did you ever play Dungeons & Dragons once at university? I love talking about that campaign. By the way, Gilboa, do ! Giveaway in the chat. You've still got your citizenship. You've still got your citizenship, and the competition is open till until I close it. Today is the citizens giveaway, so do giveaway in the chat. ! Giveaway in the chat, and you'll be entered for a chance to win this prize. It's December giveaway tonight, and it's lovely to see you. Okay. Skirlafas beats his wings, lifting his massive form above the ground of his watery prison. He stretches his jaw, open his jaws and roars, the ensuing blast blowing out the top of his prison, exposing it to the sky above. Wow. The blast just from his roar blew out the prison. He didn't even need to breathe fire. And he is going to help us. We've got a dragon willing to come in and help us, and hopefully he won't eat the Huana just out of spite. Thanks. If you play more D&D, you would have known how to talk to dragons. I managed it. Yes, Duncan, enter away. And yeah, Gilboa down. You see what Duncan and Florence has just done? It's the subs giveaway. So do ! Giveaway. Yo, Mr. Fox Guy, happy Sunday. Things good. It's the 1st of December. Yourself as well. Mr. Fox Guy, do ! Giveaway in the chat. Gilboa and Mr. Fox Guy. Both of you. I've already done it. So this is what you need to do in the chat, because I'm already in. There you go. Mr. Fox Guy is in. Gilboa is in. Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to keep it this way from now on. It's a way better idea to leave it open, the giveaway stream, for the whole stream rather than just 2 minutes. Good timing indeed. I'm very well. How was your Thanksgiving? And Gilboa, are you in the States? Remind me. And lovely to see you in the chat again. Thanks for any and all lurking you've done since last time. Anyhow, blowing out the top of his prison, exposing it to the sky above, for the first time in untold years, natural light floods the interior of the chamber. He snaps his wings a second time, flying through the exit with wild abandon, tilting at reckless, unpracticed angles as he builds incredible speeds. When he emerges, shrieks of horror and dismay grow in. Oh dear. We released the dragon. And everyone's shitting themselves. Oh. Moments later, as he passes out of view, you hear an explosion of splintered wood, upheaved water, and incredible devastation on the southwestern corner of the island. Southwest. Oh, did that land on the Brass Citadel? If the Brass Citadel is where the Rawatayan, the Royal Deadfire Company is based, if he trashed the shit out of that, then happy days. That's Israel. I remember you said it before. Sorry, yeah, I hadn't caught up with you in a little while. I'd forgotten that one. Ate a lot. Great to see extended fan from out of town. That's awesome. Sad to have the long weekend over, but your stream is a softening blur. Going back to work tomorrow. Oh, bless you. Lovely Councillor Lila. Are you there? Either. I really hope around. I hope that wasn't Queen's Birth. I hope that was the... Oh, shit. Southwest. Southwest. I have a feeling that was Queen's Birth. Speak with Queen Onikaza. She's gonna be pissed. That's a water tentacle. Nah, that was his tail. That was his tail. That was his tail. Blates. I think she's busy doing the Pokemon things. The Queen will expect a full report on the events that occurred at the Watershapers Guild. She can be found at the... Yep. She is going to be raging. Hunting is ready, by the way, folks. Allow me to take point. I will be your hunt master this evening for this particular one. We've had a string of successes and a couple of Stonecrusher Phoenixes KOing us. We got plenty of us here tonight. Let's teach that Stonecrusher Phoenix who's boss. Well, we didn't get any treasure. No dragon organs. No dragon anything else. No loot. But being able to... The fact that we topped up the Watershaper's powers will at least hold off the round time for a bit. Hunt the chat. Hunt the chat. Wait, is Krayven on point today? You know it. You know it. That's what he just used. Oh. Piney, ever so... Just wanted to... I would have preferred to go and check that out and find out for myself. I would have preferred. Obviously, the alternative to if I fought him, fair enough, because it's happened after. But I hadn't gotten there to go and take a look or sort of find out myself from the wiki, mate. So... But fair, if it doesn't come up in the game, alright, alright. I mean, it literally looks like he dived into the water, but... Also, I didn't know it would happen to the Juana. I was going to find out if it was on the Juana or the Royal Deadfire. That was sorry, that was a bit of a spoiler. That was a bit of a giveaway before I had the chance, man. Captain, a word. Tekehu inclines his head and touches his forehead spot. What's on your mind?
When I joined the guild, I was a fish in a dream.
Hunt in the chat, folks. Hunt in the chat if you hadn't already. Tekehu looks at the ground between his feet.
Watershapers were the keepers of our oldest covenant, protectors of history, heroes, I say. Now I see the guild only for what it has become. Ikera, a perversion of the oldest Juana art.
He grimaces and looks away. Myru lied to you, to everyone. The guild, you owe the guild nothing. Right, we've got to... Yes, that's more like it. Well fought. Bunch of us walking out with a profit. Good job, everybody. Good job indeed. The guild should have trusted in the strength of its Watershapers. 3. The guild might need a new way forward if it hopes to endure. 4. You'll get through this. Stay by your faith in the guild. Myri lied to you. I stand happily corrected. Good thing. Good job killing things. 75 creds to clone person. Well done. Option 3. I think it might need a new way forward if it hopes to endure. Myru lied to you. Well, she admitted the truth. She admitted the truth.
Got a nice tip for you right here in my pocket.
Gilboa, thank you so much. That is really, really kind of you. Thank you kindly for the first donation towards our new goal of the Go XLR. Actually having a physical mixer because we got the green screen. And yes, I should have said to everyone, I'm going to show on Monday. Can we get some legits in chat for the dono? Thank you, Gilboa. Thank you very much. That's super kind. The guild should have trusted the strength. Yeah, okay. Option 1, Myru lied to you to everyone. True, but the whole you owe the guild nothing. I don't see it that way. He doesn't owe them anything, but you don't need to point that out as the only statement. Is that from Herbert the Pervert? Pleasure is mine. Just finished this game last week. Oh, cool. Cool. It's very, very kind of you, nonetheless. The guild should trust in the strength of its Watershapers is pointless because the strength of its Watershapers is currently based on that dragon. 4, you'll get through this. Stand by your faith in the guild. His faith has been shaken. The only option I see that works is 3. It might need a new way forward if it hopes to endure. Chances are Tekehu will be the one to take point.
If the guild cannot depend on its own teachings, then difficult times lie ahead of us all.
They do, but you need to go back to the original teachings or, like, develop new ones.
I do not want to tarry in this house of regret a moment longer.
Okay.
My thoughts will be clearer in time. You are kind to listen, I say.
I had other questions.
You have questions? Ikera, I have answers.
Oh no, that's we've done those before. Okay, let's be on. Whew. Well, let's go and see what the devastation is. Well, at least what I don't already know. Well, I suppose we should go and speak to the Queen, but I might go and take a little look first. Damn, that was a big... I was expecting just a bit. We got into the game at what? 8? Frickin' hell. Now that's some roleplay. That is some major dialogue and development right there. Major dialogue and development. Oh, hang on. We've got busy effects going on. Any of these people named? Ah, Akenu is in here now. Sorry, that... Oh,
Onikaza
really
will want your report, I say. Pariki should have known we could not keep a dragon forever.
Oh god, let's get out of here. Why is that suddenly struggling terribly? Did I loot all the corpses? The writers, the real heroes of the game. Why is that suddenly struggling so much? I've run through here on with just the other day and it was running fine. As in the previous stream we ran through here and I didn't get that slowdown. Sorry folks. Anyhow, I know that it runs fine actually in Pariki's Overlook, so let's go into there. The writers, the real heroes of the games. They very much are. They very much are. Oof. It's set to the southwest of the island. Now, did that actually hit Nekataka? Or some other part? Because Nekataka's built on a major island. Major islands. We need to check this out. We really do. They better not have trashed my ship. They better not have trashed Queen's Birth. I'll be so mad. I mean, he might have seen my dragon's wing sails. I'm still determining, Gilboa. I'm very much, I've been leaning towards them, yeah. In terms of am I going to go for them, I haven't gotten to the point necessarily in the story where all of that is the case or determined, where I know enough, but I have been favouring the Huana as best I can so far. That freeing the dragon, but being able to siphon off its energy to recharge the Watershapers batteries for a few decades was a nice thing that was in keeping with my character being so heavily invested in metaphysics, and also was a skill check which I have a principle in taking, and actually seemed to be a compromise option that wasn't as bad as some of the compromise or as meh as some of the compromise options were, which is quite nice. But Pariki's Overlook. Has the map changed? Right, Queen's Birth is still there. Gonna go to Queen's Birth first. Oh yeah, oh Christ, we can't yet. I haven't actually got... I keep doing that. I click the world map and go to it when I'm not at a point of exit or entry. So the ones I really don't like are the Rawatai. As also, I don't really use Maya. Like with her brother Kana, I've... The class, the chanter, and the hunt. The hunter was useful until I got the classes I prefer. But the hunter's fine. I just don't really rate them as a character. Plus, she's 100% just very unpleasant and efficient and dedicated, really, to just the Rawatai and the Royal Deadfire Company, and never mind any exploitation of anyone else. Like whatever serves them best. I'm finding Pallagina to be a little less tolerable. She was always a bit sharp and harsh and unpleasant, but she was very dutiful and very good and decent. She's a lot harder edged and a lot more pro-Valian and a lot more negative in this game. I don't like her as much as I did in the first game. I found them obnoxious with their caste system, throwing simpletons of the gullet to be forgotten. I have to admit, there's that given. It very sense of tradition, but if it was based in the real world, I'd be totally against it. But in this world, gods gods within reason exists. I mean, they were created by the Inquithans, but gods exist. The wheel and souls are proven to exist, and they do get recycled into new bodies. So it's not like a way just to repress poor people and keep rich people at the top. Their Mataru thingy and Raparu caste system, if you're a Raparu in the next life, you do come back at the top of the pile. So it's like one that's actually been proven to work. So I'm trying to, although I personally find it distasteful, I'm trying to think along the lines of how do the laws and the metaphysics and the supernatural aspects of this world work, and how would my character in this world behave, knowing that that soul recycling thing is actually a thing that happens. In game 1, I quite liked her. I don't mind her here now. I was really glad to have her back, but I'm finding that, to be honest, most other people in the game with their reputation system seem to be...
Is your hair... Can you trim it? I mean, them.
Akira, I tried but once. They would not trust me for weeks after.
Brutal. At least my feathers don't have minds of their own.
That's quite cool. Because there's 3 godlike in the party. I'm a fire godlike. She's an avian godlike from Hylia, but although she cut off herself, and so she didn't fully develop as a godlike. And Takehu has an aquatic godlike, and Ngati, and he's got his. Well, I'll bring up his character option. Oh no, I'll need the inventory, won't I? Yeah, you see here, he's actually got like living tentacles for hair, and he tried to trim them and they avoided his hands for weeks afterwards. Yeah, these like living electric tentacles. So he's an aquatic godlike. And you see how she actually looks mostly human, just with a few feathers sprouting, whereas a full avian godlike, she's talked about it, would have started growing a beak. The face would have morphed into a beak, and she would have like been fully covered in feathers, the same way my fire godlike character looks like an actual fire demon. You ended up with the pirates, the only ones proactively fight the slavers. All factions are... Bear in mind, Gilbera, I don't necessarily... You think they're all scum, but I haven't had a chance to discover that. Try not to influence what I may know or not know with like what you know as potential outcomes or how you see things, if you can. I'd appreciate that. No, that's okay. That's okay. By all means, sort of talk about bits of it, but bear in mind potential giveaways in things. See, the Principi. I've encountered the various factions, but in terms of, I'll show you where I'm at with the main story. I mean, I've got a number of hours in this already, but the main story I've got to go to. Not Bacan. He waits in fire. So rendezvous with Aethys at Ashen Moor. That's how far I've got. I've encountered most of the factions, but the Huanas certainly don't come over as scum at all. They're just like trying to protect their island. Some are trying to ingratiate, some are not. Right, we best go over to Serpent's Crown. By the way, the Principi are from what I've already seen, I'm not too far along with them, but the Principi are practically trying to fight the slavers. Not at all. Not at all. I mean, obviously you know what happens, but both the main guy at the top of them, that Captain Ferrante, is trying to get me to work with the slavers of Crookspur, and one of the Valian Trading Republic ambassador director people, he's the political contact Ferrante has, who's also trying to work with it. Although slavery of people in the Deadfire has been outlawed, you can have slavery of other people brought in. But the Principi Sempetroni are ideologically opposed to slavery. But
Pallagina, how is it nothing about what the gods are up to seems to faze you?
Oh, hang on, let's hear this.
When you think the worst of them, the worst they can do comes as little surprise.
Don't you at least want to hear what Aethys has to say?
Only a fool would trust what he had to say. Whatever he said would be just another lie.
I'm not saying it wouldn't. Just looking for... I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we found out that the ship... I finished, what's his name? Seraphin's companion quest. And it turned out that the ship that he was on with Romero was secretly smuggling slaves. and he was born into slavery. And then when we were talking to the Ferrante about dealing with slavery, like Seraphon was really disgusted by it. So the idea that they're actively fighting the slaves, I don't know how it ends up. I know ideologically they're against it, but they're doing anything but. They work with slavers, they secretly smuggle them on the side. In fact, the Principi, I liked them at first. They were the first faction you encounter, but they're one of the worst ones, worse ones I've encountered so far. The Rauatai are like really unpleasant, and the Principi are getting increasingly unpleasant, or they seem very... What I've seen so far, they seem very unprincipled. They have principles and ideologies, they don't seem to stick with them at all. The Valians, they're also a colonial power. I don't like them so much, but they're not as overtly evil and screw everyone else as the Rauataians are. Between them and the Royal Deadfire Company, they seem to be the lesser of two evils so far. The Huana, the caste system and the tradition, again, I've already explained that whole bit, because in this world it's actually proven to be true. And aside from when okay, it still sucks as a system, they should just assist them, but it is work. The Raparu soul gets reborn into a higher caste later on. Also, we have managed to distribute food. Prince Aruihi's like, we've made sure to distribute food to the Raparu, and their situation's going to improve. The Huana so far have come across as the least evil, or the most pleasant, the most principled of the major factions currently. I mean, things could change. But yeah, that's my whole sort of breakdown and explanation. We need to get to the Kahanga Palace upper floor. Let's speed that along. You arrived in the Defiant. My ship is so famous. Speak to Onikaza. I wouldn't mind actually having a scrap. I really wouldn't mind having a good old fight in this one. We haven't had a battle yet. And folks, anyone chilling, lurking, if you have a town flag, if you're a citizen, if you've been gifted citizenship, because we've currently got the highest amount of citizens, by which I mean subscribers, or amongst the highest so far this month. So it's gone up as high as 213. We're currently on 198. So if you're just chilling, listening in the background and enjoying the show, that is super awesome of you. But remember to do ! giveaway in the chats. ! Giveaway, because you have a chance to win, and that's for gifted subs as well as subs of your own volition. I think that Huana is the most common for players. Fair enough. I think I can see why a lot of people might choose them to sort of help the poor mistreated underdogs against the colonial invaders, but the frequency with which one group is chosen makes very little bearing on me. I'm going to go on their behaviours. The Principia, even like the new Principi, the young upstart side of it, they're actually much more anti-slavery, but they're also pro every other kind of form of violence. And the old school people are much more about the traditions and just like, hey, we're pirates, but you know, with hearts of gold. But yeah, they're also much more willing to be corrupt and go against their ideals against slavery. Because I tried to do talk to Mad Marina, and she wanted me to steal from the Valians, and I had Pallagina in the party, and Pallagina's like, if you do this, I'll be raging. Okay, let's give this full report. A shadow. Here we go. He waits in fire. Where's it gone? Sorry, my phone's going ping a little bit there. Shadow under neck attacker. How mad is she going to be? I hope your presence is a favourable equation. About that Queen's Guard. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'll mention it after the fact, because what I like to do is read up stuff on the wiki later. So sometimes when people tell me alternatives, how things happen, or for future playthroughs, I don't necessarily want to know. So I'll ask first which side you did, and if it's a side I might play through myself off stream in future, I'll go, right, don't tell me. And if it's not, I'll go, yeah, go ahead.
What madness has its clutches around Pariki's overlook? The mountain shakes, bellows of anguish echo over the wind.
Onikaza raises a trembling hand to her brow. Yeah, because she's a cipher. She can hear all the stuff going on.
And a shadow rose from the streets to cover Queen's Birth on its way to the sea.
Oh crap! He attacked Queen's Birth. Why didn't he attack the Brass Citadel? They're a mob of shitbags.
Now the traders look to me for answers I do not have.
Onikaza pounds her armrest with her fist.
Nothing but panic and contradiction make their way to my ears. Tell me what happened.
Option 1, Naga invaded the guild to rescue an ancient sea dragon. 2, the Watershapers guild is a mess on account of some snakes and a dragon. 3, the guild had a very, very sizable infestation down in the basement. I love that. The guild had a very, very sizable infestation in the basement. I took a road less travelled and was very happy with my decisions. Cool, man. The Watershapers guild is a mess. Naga invaded the guild to rescue an ancient sea dragon. True, but I think number 2. It's a bit more flippant, but it explains the Watershapers guild is a mess. The Watershapers guild is a mess on account of some snakes and a dragon.
You do not jest.
Nope. Well, not fully. The queen blinks and slowly rises to sit straight in her throne. Chef finger... It was a good one, but it's very out of character.
About many things, Highness. Not this, I say.
Takehu folds his arms and closes his eyes. Something about the gesture causes Onikaza to hold her attention on him.
For what did the guild endanger my city with this creature? I will hear Myru's report.
Onikaza searches over your shoulder. Option 1, Guildmaster Myru is dead. 2, big long dragon name. We kind of call him Scry. Skiri. Skirielafas, or just Skiri. Skiri agreed to lend the Watershapers the strength to protect the archipelago. Or 3, Pariki captured the dragon long ago and built the guild around his prison. Well, not fully. That's not the full truth. That's not the full truth. This is direct. Guildmaster Myru is dead.
No, to lose a teacher of Myru's skill while Rawatai points their cannons at us.
Onikaza raises her hand to her mouth.
Takehu, my sympathies. I know yours was a turbulent apprenticeship.
Or scary office, which is how he... Scary office. I love that. I'm committed to... I'll say scary office.
Makera, the guild, they fought bravely, Highness.
Takehu nods, his lips pressed in a hard line.
Send every bird for my master Watershapers. Tell them to cleave the ocean in half if they must. They will come to Nekataka now.
A pair of attendants bolts to attention and scramble down the stairs. Onikaza nurses her brow and sighs. The only reason they'll be able to do that quickly is because I charged up the frickin' Watershaper batteries with dragon juice.
What a lovely day!
Let's go hunting. I should really add a dragon or something to the hunt monsters. It'd have to be a high level one though. It'd have to have a lot of people. Hunt in the chat.
I once told Myru she was not allowed to retire while Rawatai's fleet darkened my ports. Nagati is not done testing me, I say.
Option 1, he agreed to lend the Watershapers his strength to protect the archipelago, or Pariki captured the dragon long ago and built the guild around his prison. She didn't capture... Well, she did capture him in the end. The thing is, she didn't capture him. The guild wasn't built around his prison. The guild was there already, and he offered to boost their failing strength. Later, it became a prison. Kind of like the Cliffhaunter Brood above it. There is one above it that we've never had before. Hunt in the chat, folks. Hunt in the chat. Unless everyone's gone off sort of lurking and chilling. He agreed to lend the Watershapers his strength to protect the archipelago. That's closer to the original story.
Kahanga legends tell us that our ancestors made compacts with the creatures of the Deadfire.
Onikaza cuts herself off and snaps her fingers to an attendant. She likes to do a lot of that. Hunt in the chat, folks. Looks that way this time. I think a lot of people have settled in. Shall our hunt be legendary? I hope so.
Send for Ranga Hauhua of the Wapua tribe. If she could soften the hearts of my cats, I say dragons are not beyond her.
As her attendants make for the exit, Onikaza leans back in her throne and considers.
Ikera, but I cannot believe... Highness, would you trap another of Ngati's ancient pets?
I would go any distance to protect my people. Can Nagati's chosen say the same?
She's too blinkered. Onikaza turns back at you, leaving Takehu to pull on his hair and frown. Ah, we kicked its ass. We kicked its ass. Ah, good man Duncan diving into the last there, guaranteeing victory. We all walked away with a profit.
Speak on, Watcher. As surely as a tide swelling over the shore, I feel you are not finished.
I am not finished, lady. Option 1, the Dragon's Prison Ward strengthen the souls of your Watershapers. The skill check's going to be the one, but obviously I will read out all 3, as I always do. Option 2, with a Metaphysics check of 5, and also Metaphysics along with Insight is one of Krayven's primary secondary skills. Sorry, main secondary skills. Primary secondary is a little bit oxymoronic. The forms of water shaping are fabrications made to tap into the dragon's prison. 3. All I know is that anyone who learned water shaping here leached off the dragon's soul. Yeah, so it's going to be the Metaphysics 5. The forms of water shaping are fabrications made to tap into the dragon's prison.
Then Pariki's students had an advantage in their lessons, I say. And Myru's after her. All at the cost of this beast's freedom.
Onikaza raises her brow.
If water shaping is not as our ancestors taught it, we cannot reckon how much of the original form we have lost.
True. A sinking feeling accompanies her thoughts, as if Onikaza feels a vast well of uncertainty opening beneath her. Yep.
What became of the dragon, Watcher? If the power of this beast strengthened our guild...
Onikaza leans forward. Total quest experience 13,602. Quest completed. But 1. I siphoned his soul using the prison wards. The fact that he still offered to help me, his soul should recover in time. He still offered to help me being free. He feels lighter. I reckon if he helps me though, my guess, and this is a total guess obviously because I don't know, but when he potentially comes to help me on my ship, if and when that happens, he'll be weaker than normal. If I'd left him fully powered up, he'd hit like a train. Now he might not hit as hard. I siphoned his soul using the prison wards. Your Watershaper should be fine. She closes her eyes and nods, taking each breath slowly. Yeah, but for a few decades anyway.
What Pariki did was no kindness, I say. But her actions helped students of the guild to learn our most sacred art.
Well, nah, they learned a bunch of nonsense.
I am not feeling very sacred today, Highness.
Again, Pallagina shakes her head and adjusts her clothing. She hates everyone refers to God so much in this game, and she just hates it.
Takehu, what was the dragon but Nagati's gift to the Huana? You are out of practice interpreting your mother's omens.
That's not true. No. You are just trying to read things in a way that favors you. She waits for an answer to this rebuke, but Takehu holds his silence.
This is more valuable to me than every cannon in Rawatai. Thank you, Watcher.
Onikaza inclines her head and touches her brow, holding the pose long enough for her attendants to draw in sharp breaths and look at you with awe. Inclining her head and touching her brow. And apparently, the longer you hold that, it defers more respect. Option 1, hope there's no hard feelings about setting a dragon free. Option 2, where do we go from here? I don't get to be too sardonic to begin with, because she's going to tell me where do we go from here, but just to make... I don't think there is. She just paid me a great deal of respect, and her attendants look at me with awe, but hope there's no hard feelings about setting a dragon free.
Akira, it will be a nightmare to appease traders and admirals seeking recompense for shipwrecks.
Oh yeah, good point. Sorry.
But what is a queen if not the one to toss in her sleep while her people rest at ease?
Onikaza allows herself to settle back with a tired smile. She's taken that with quite good grace. Yo, Dabine! Oh, Dabine! Exclamation mark giveaway. The monthly giveaway, I've left it open until 11 o'clock. So there's tons of time. How you doing, man? How you doing? Good evening to you. Welcome to Story Sunday. So yeah, drop the giveaway command in the chat and you'll be entered as well.
My water-shaping masters will arrive soon,
Not fucking no, they're
the
fast.
guild will be stronger for their guidance. But a queen's work
there
is
you go,
not
mate.
finished until she has endured all of Nagati's trials.
Good evening to you. How's your weekend been? What have you been up to?
I could send birds to every Ranga and rally them to our cause, but Nikitaka needs more than strength. We need pure Juana fury. We need the Wahaki.
Yeah, there were an aggressive and isolationist Huana tribe. They consistently push back against Vailian and Rauatine efforts to expand into outlying islands of the Deadfire Archipelago. They're probably the only ones who are going to get on with the dragon. Oh, I forgot the monthly thing. That's why I've left it open. Not because, I mean, obviously I put the stuff out on Twitter and I put it in the Cravenstown Chronicle and I put it all over Discord. But even with all those, that only ends up being seen or reached by a proportion of people, especially subs. So I figured, whereas the most people who come in, it's usually in and out to actually watch the content. So I figured leave it open for the whole duration, and more people then get the full range of perks of their subscription, which is obviously given voluntarily and very gratefully received. So I want to make sure more people get the full amount out of it. Been busy. Can't actually remember what I did to be busy. Yeah, in terms of making sense, I understand exactly. You're busy, but you can never remember half the things that are keeping you busy.
My brother calls the Wahaki the last true Juana. He's severe on the Kahanga, but I do not call him wrong.
Onikaza thumbs her chin and nods.
You dealt with them peacefully on Motario Cozy. I am hoping you can make lightning strike a second time.
That probably helped me out. The fact I dealt with them peacefully worked pretty well.
The tribe hates all foreigners. Passing ships are attacked on sight, and explorers never make it back to the beach.
Well, the living lands, but I'm Deadfire. Hopefully they recognise me as friend. I'm not only a native of the Deadfire, I'm also a fire godlike, which did give them pause the first time we met them. They even commented, just because you're marked by the gods, don't think you will let you pass. But it did make them stop. Did make them stop and think. Hopefully they recognise me as friend.
They will at least let you talk while they knock their arrows, I say.
Oh, well, that's encouraging. Cheers.
I have hesitated to let the trading company see my teeth, but those days are behind us.
Oh, this is going to get interesting.
Filling the seas with Wahaki war canoes will strike terror in the heart of even Rauatai's Iron Fleet.
Onikaza smirks at the idea. Yeah, it seemed a Vailian trading company. She's not so bothered about them. They have a small embassy, and as the director of the Vailian trading company has told us at a previous quest in a previous stream, they were in quite a lot of financial trouble. They were struggling, whereas the Rauatai fleet and the Royal Deadfire Company are part of the Rauatai Empire, and they are immensely powerful, so they're getting most of her attention. I have questions before I agree to this. I always like to find out more. Yo, Decadency, how you doing? You might want to catch up on some of the VOD, my dude, because we encountered the sea dragon under the guild. Short version, set him free, but my metaphysics skill was high enough to be able to siphon off part of his soul. Obviously, chances are you've done this multiple times, so you'll know what that entails later, but I'll find out in due course. But I charged up the Watershaper's batteries for a few decades one last time, but still got the benefits of him being freed. And how are you doing, man? How are you doing? I question before I agree to this.
I would not have you journeying to Oriokoiki uninformed.
She opens her palm to you and nods. Deadfire Archipelago, and also I've got enough history knowledge. Well, I've got almost none, but my party's able to help me out. Oriokoiki, the cursed land of corpses. Go on, then.
The corpses refer to the pungent koiki trees. The curse.
Oh, it's probably those trees like we have in the real world, that, like, you know, those flowers that smell like rotting meat. The curse, she shrugs.
There are Nguithan ruins on the isle. I say our ancestors were either superstitious or had no taste for koiki.
True. Koiki fruit. Rafflesia. Rafflesia? I'm sorry, I probably butchered their names, but it's something like that. I don't understand. So, whose names? Oh, you mean the meaty flower, the meat flower. I'm trying to remember. I can't think for the life of me what it is. Yeah, the flower that smells of dead corpses or like rotten meat, because it attracts flies, which it feeds off of. It's a carnivorous plant. I'd like to know more about the Wahiki. I mean, I know a bit about them, but tell me.
It is said the Wahaki did unspeakable things to survive the downfall of our ancestors.
Oh, wow.
Cannibalizing the injured and making blood sacrifices to the gods.
Jesus.
As the dust settled, the other tribes learned to keep their distance from the tribe.
And they're the last true Juana.
Those who do not think like my brother say the Oaxaci never recovered from the loss of Ukaizo.
Let's see. The Oaxaci warned us about entering Matario Cozy. I believe they're good at heart. I don't know if they're necessarily good, but they told us about the danger. They're not actively evil. So I suppose, yeah, good at heart.
If you would judge them on the basis of one chance meeting, that is your risk to take.
Take whose lips. What's that for? Pro Juana. Take whose lips curving and approving smoke. Oh, because I was pro Juana. What do you seek to gain from this alliance?
The Juana are always stronger together than we were apart. I want the Oaxaci to remember this.
Okay.
Today, we are tribes, united under the gods. Tomorrow, we can be an empire, and the Deadfire our protected haven.
Right,
Akira, then you will seek out the Oaxaci and bring their strength to the Kahanga?
I'll make contact with the Oaxaci and hope for the best.
Sail for the Isle of Oriokoiki and return when you have an answer from the tribe, whether fair or foul. The island lies northwest of Nekataka.
Okay.
There's a phrase which will protect my royal
Fruitful
heritage.
alliance.
Over crumbling mountains, across blighted seas. If you remember this, it could save your life.
Right, I've got to remember this. Over crumbling mountains, across blighted seas. Get those exactly right. So over the mountains, across the sea, crumbling and blighted. Over crumbling mountains, across blighted seas. Because they'll probably give me a list of about 6 with slight variations on. I've got to get right when I meet them. Over crumbling mountains, across blighted seas. I'll remember that.
Write it down if you must, but recall it when the time comes. The Oaxaci are not a trusting people.
Onakaza nods and dismisses you with a wave. Oh, excuse you. Damn. Yo, Mac. How you doing? Look at that first badge as well. Oh, bless you, man. That's really kind. It's already come up. Why? Again, the freaking Prime resub never triggers. Never triggers the thing. Let me just go back to a palace floor that isn't so laggy. I appreciate you popping in. By the way, do exclamation mark giveaway in the chat, because today is the first stream of the month, because it's the 1st of December, and I do a subs only giveaway for a free Steam game from my list for every sub, and the competition opens at 8 and runs until 11. Right, that should come up. Huh. That's weird. You've got a first... Why is that not triggered? You've got a first badge next to your name, which means that you have... 2 seconds, let me check here. Sorry, folks, just going to tab out and have a look whether that's actually triggered. Is something going on with the bot? That's awesome. Yeah, but it hasn't even come up. It hasn't even come up in stream labels. Oh man, because you always re-up with your Prime, don't you? Let me check if it's... That's really weird. Mr. Fox Guy had a first badge. You've spelt that right? Yeah, giveaway. Try it one more time, Mac Attack. I'm just gonna... Folks, hang on. I'm literally gonna... There might be some lag here. I'm gonna pop open Chrome and see if the other ones caught it. Yeah, but it should still... You're a sub. It doesn't matter where it comes from. It should count, unless there's a delay in the system. Oh man, this is gonna be a bit of a struggle for it. I'll close it back down in a second. Bear with me, everybody. Bear with me. We won't be too long. I'm just going to see what's going on here. Let's try recent events. I'm trying the desktop version, as opposed to... No, it hasn't listed at all. Mac Attack, I don't think your current one has run out. Yeah, but it's got a first badge. Mac Attack's literally one of my first 10 citizens ever. One of the first 10 subscribers we ever had. That's why he's got a first badge, the same as Mr. Fox Guy does. I don't think your previous one ran out. Try and do giveaway one more time. Yeah, the problem is there's no alert for Prime resubs. Literally, it doesn't exist on Streamlabs. It's the one that doesn't auto trigger. Sometimes it pops up in the stream labels thing, and I can manually do it. Mac attack. Yeah, there we go. Right. That's really weird. The bot is literally not... It's seeing you as having a badge, a founder badge. It's seeing it right there. I'm so sorry. There's not a great lot I can do about that, but thank you. I want to give you your alert. I want to do... I can at least do the bean, and thank you very much for re-upping it. Okay, it's going to be another toasted marshmallow one. But you should be able to enter the giveaway. Why the hell is it not seeing it? Yeah, everyone else has managed it though, and I really thank you so much for popping in to say hi. I know you're super tired. I hope how's the work going? How's everything? Oh yeah, that's a point. We've got Aloth has leveled up, so we'll do that quickly. Toasted marshmallow. I haven't had stink bug yet. That's awesome. Yeah, diplomacy, we got shit tons as long as he's in the party. Whatever. I'm going to make him our primary diplomat. Have even more diplomacy. And sleight of hand. Arcane is pretty good. We'll bump up his sleight of hand a little bit. My primary party members, I've min-maxed all their skills. Yeah, I thought so too, but Mr. Fox Guy is also a founder. One of the first 10, and his worked fine. I think it is just Prime being that first badge right there. Yeah. I've never had that happen before. Mac Attack's been able to enter before on his Prime thingy. I hope how's work and life and stuff with the fam going? Although if you're literally swinging in to pop up and support me, thank you so much. I appreciate you, knackered. Level 14, so we got one. We can unlock a new thing. We've already unlocked that one. Sitzel's martial power. What else can we get? What's another one I love that I don't currently have? The Pull of Eora. I need another lower level one because the amount of those are starting to open up. That's one I can do with spell shaping. That's in the Grimoire. What's this? Iron Skin. A free action that adds to the armor rating is pretty nice, but I've got a lot of sort of free action ones that give him all kinds of crazy good protection. Recommendations are open. A Decadency, you know what's good for wizards. What is there anything you might suggest that I take for Aloth that's just like totally worth having at all times, regardless of Grimoire? Curse of Black Insight, especially in turn-based mode. Miasma of Dull-Mindedness. Combusting Wounds, that's in the Grimoire. What's one I wish I had that doesn't... We've got Essential Phantom, we've got Substantial Phantom. Wall of Flame. I don't know, none of them really leap out at me. Archimede's Wondrous Torment. Dumpner is very useful in later stages. I'd go for passive and use multiple grimoires. Ah, yeah. See, I'm not such a big fan of using up all his item slots. I like to be able to summon statues and buff yourself with powerful potions. Oh, Dampener. Oh, Dampener. It's good versus wizards. Arcane Dampener. Where's that one buried? Blackened sight. Miasma of dull-mindedness. It's a third level spell. Let's have a look. I'll find it. Do I have it already? Ah, here. Nullifying shield of antagonistic magic enemy at a chosen point, suppressing all beneficial effects.
What a lovely day!
And I can affect. Yeah, alright. Good shout, guys. It's it can be adjusted by the aura size as well. We'll take that. Cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers. No, I don't have it in my Grimoire. I don't have it in my current Grimoire. That symbol is the symbol for spell shaping. Hey, Arik Drake's in the house. Lord Arik, awesome. Hunt in the chat, folks. We have both our lords, Darkens and Ari, are present and correct. Alright. Yeah, we're going to go with that one. Arcane Dampener. Thanks for the suggestion. I appreciate it. Ari, how are you doing? From what you've been riding in the town square, you've been having a nice time with your dad catching up and just all-round good Thanksgiving, which has been lovely to read. Hunt in the chat, folks. Hunt in the chat. Okay, now we've got to have another little chat with Takehu, so... Ah! Oh my god!
Boo boo, it's -3 up here.
-3. Citizen Sapphire, hello, hello, hello. Going to be extremely laggy. Thank you so much for the 75 biddies. I appreciate that. By the way, Sapphire, do giveaway in the chat. Exclamation mark giveaway in the chat. The giveaway is open for multiple hours now on the giveaway days, so that every subscriber who pops by gets a chance to enter. So do the giveaway command. You will see it in the channel title if you just want to copy paste that as well. Going to be extremely laggy and probably not able to hear much by the by due to being at work, being massively busy day due to the recent holiday. Oof. Ari, I appreciate you coming in to tune support. Oh, yes, Arik Drake as well. Exclamation mark giveaway in the chat. Sapphire's in, just like Sapphire did. Get yourself a giveaway at the very least. You very much deserve it. Came back from canvassing. I hope you had a good one this time. Only time there's this problem is remembering to use it. Yeah, true. It's fucking freezing. Yes, it literally is. -3. Actually freezing. Plated Dust Viper. So yeah, Arik Drake. In fact, I'll see if I can type that on my phone. So you'll see that because of the lag. Use community first and perks first. Ruby went with me. Oh, that's nice. Had a lovely discussion with another member. That sounds a lot more positive than it was the previous week. Sounds a lot more positive. Yeah, Ari, I'm only typing that to you because if you're dealing with that bad of lag and sound and everything, hopefully you'll catch that. And thank you so much for tuning in and everything else. But yeah, I want you to be able to, unless you already entered. Set up the hunt. Set up the hunt. I'll keep an eye out. It gave me lots of ammunition for tomorrow's hustings. Excellent. Excellent. There's been more encouraging news with the latest polls than... I won't get into it too much, of course, for the reasons you know. Most recently than the ones at last week, which has been quite pleasing. I dare to have a glimmer of hope. I dare to have a glimmer of hope. We're very much going to be doing that whole vote for policies thing. I do that every single time, making sure I'm clued up on all the comparisons of the various manifestos and stuff, and trying to put personalities to one side, which is hard because I've never seen... And by the way, folks, although I don't talk politics, just in terms... we don't have that really going on at all. Just in terms of generally happening and what I'll be doing, there's got to be one of the most personality-driven elections ever. And all the more important to try and weigh up everything as it is. Not so much for us, though. Fair enough. You're not entering. Oh... By all means, check if your boat's been destroyed by proxy. I checked earlier, Alchemist. It's fine. Arik, that is totally your choice. I respect your choice not to do so, but you do feel. I mean, you can if you want. You can enter, and if you want, I allow sort of giveaways to. Well, whoever wins can do what they want with it. But I'm more than happy to encourage choosing. If you win, to choose who it goes to. If you don't want it yourself. As an example, someone you particularly like or get on with in the Krayven's Town community, that is. as a possibility. But if you just prefer not to enter for whatever reason, absolutely respect that right. Okay, what's left in Nekataka? Food for thought. Ah, yes, we got to go to the Reparu for the gullet. Finish that one off. I don't really want to do that one. Skipping ahead, Valian Trading Company. We've got work from the Valian Trading Company. Fruitful Alliance. We've got to sail out for that. Some bounties. A shrewd proposition. Of like minds. Again, Captain Franton. That's probably the work we have to do before skipping ahead is available. The Man of Chimes. That's also in the gullet. Okay. Lighted Path, Sail to Oriokoi, the Painted Masks. Oh, both of those require going over there. Take him back to Hasongo. Okay, we can try and do that one. Alright, well the last place we got to go in Nekataka in this return visit is to the Gullets. So let's go. Won't be able to stay out too long. I want to get into bed. I'm heading to the gym tomorrow morning. I totally appreciate that, Sapphire. The time you are here is very much appreciated, and I hope you find it an entertaining show while you can. I hope you enjoy like a little half hour bit of late night at Krayven, whatever, however long it is. But thank you, and I totally understand. I'm actually planning to get back in shape. I measured myself, and I've actually put on more around my midsection. I'm already at the largest it's ever been, and I thought I'd reach an equilibrium for what I was doing with my lifestyle at the moment, and I've actually put on another ½ inch in the last month, at least. Month or 2 months. So the growth has slowed down, but I've had enough, and I'm planning to start going back and doing my fitness now, because I don't want to be doing it in January after like a really bloated boozy Christmas, and be be a January joiner all over again. I want to sort of be up and about and on it by January, so I'm going to get into it. Just stop sending you donuts via email. I like my D-mails. I love D-mail. There's Envoy. That's where we need to go for that one. And what was the other guy? He was holed up. Yeah, the Man of Chimes. This is for Pallagina. Search for Giacolo at the hole. An inn in the gullet. Right. Which one's closer? The inn. Ah, yes. The hole is over here. Well, we can finish off this quest. Let's go and visit Envoy first. And actually figure out how to make that work. Please patent that, make all the money, and give donuts to the world. Because you want the D pretty much, Sapphire. Pretty much. I'm all about the D. Absolutely. I find D-mail delicious. All about that donut mail. That definitely donut mail. And yeah, for solve world hunger. We'd never need another live aid again if you could actually master D-mail, Mr. Fox Guy. All about the D. Then you can get the best computer. If I did Krayven get 10% of sale. Oh my. If I got 10% of like fully functioning D-mail, I would literally be buying like a quantum supercomputer to stream on. Ruby is going. Oh, I meant every word. You heard me. Enoy, what have you got, Enoy? This one little room with this. The old man has got with the fire on it. The one little room has got like, and particles and stuff are slowing things down more than certain scenes in the city. The old man grimaces some attempt at a smile. He inclines his head to you, indicating he's aware of your presence. Of course, this dude's blind. The queen will double her efforts to feed your growing population. The old man's eyes glisten. Oh, I feel good. This is wholesome. The poor, starving Reparu, and we've brought him a tiny bit of hope.
Not in this lifetime could I have hoped for more. To have garnered our queen's generosity. I ache to believe it.
Oh!
Never can I thank you enough, Watcher who has the ear of both kith and gods. Always the Reparu will know of your kindness.
I feel good. Wholesome moment. wholesome moment right there. And kudos to that voice actor. Jesus Christ, that is delivered with some genuine emotion. Krayven's Town will be run by the computer Deep Thought. Pretty much is what I was thinking. Oh my gosh, 30 seconds of quiet, the phones aren't ringing. What is this? I thought I'd have it to enjoy it. My heart feels slightly warmer. Oh, Ari, enjoy it for as long as it lasts.
Should you need refuge within Nekadaka, know that the Riparu will stand by your side.
Farewell. I'll just say take care, old man.
May Amira's winds ever fill your sails, boy.
We
will not forget what you have done for us.
He was channeling his inner Kratos there, boy. Nice ghost experience. 589, end dialogue. What's his name's leveled up? Let's awesome. Well, that's fantastic, boy. I don't have a bass voice. I'd need Bag of Tricks to be able to go boy. Tekehu wants to talk with you. Shaking his head, Tekehu, not Tekehu. Tekehu seems uncertain of where to place his focus. He draws and expels heavy, whistling breaths through his nose. Do you want to talk?
To my tribe. The Watershapers were keepers of the past.
Boy.
Connection to the ancestors.
You have done for us what our queen or prince haven't bothered doing for years. Just saying. Yep, pretty much. His speech rises in oh, God, that's a really easy one to trip over. His speech rises in intensity, though he doesn't seem aware of it. I'm prepared for something. Eric J says, I'm prepared for something. That usually means the Coke servers are about to break and I have to manually enter 35 urgent faxes or some water mains about to break. Or, holy hell, this job is really good at training you to expect disaster. Oof. Oh, goodness. Ari, sit in the calm eye of the storm and enjoy some light Story Sunday entertainment. If it gets hectic again, or when it gets hectic again, you will handle it. And you will be fine, and then the working day will be done, and you will have time off. Warsaw!
How the guild heaped praise on Ngati's chosen. How they congratulated themselves for acquiring me, I say.
He's starting to realise that his pampered, oh, I'm such hot shit lifestyle. I'm quite enjoying his development as a character. His kind of starting off as this arrogant, swaggering guy, and a sort of that was pissing everyone in the party off. He's having a sort of coming of age moment.
My cage was a gilded one. Their dragon, he was not so lucky.
Option 1, I see your point. They used you both. 2, I don't know if an enslaved dragon is an equal comparison. 3, you don't think you're blowing this just a little out of proportion. He is a bit. 4, you whine about the guild's honorifics, but you were complicit in them. 5, I've heard enough. I see your point. He's not directly comparing. The dragon was not so. Yeah, he said my cage was a gilded one. The dragon, he was not so lucky. He wasn't exactly in a cage, but he is making the point they used them both. So I do agree. I mean, I wouldn't agree it's an equal comparison, but I don't think he's making an equal comparison. They use you both.
The guild teaches a likeness of Ngati's art. For shame. But they posture before outsiders like masters of old.
He holds up an authoritative finger, breathing heavily.
To inspire the world with Ngati's gift. This is my calling.
Option 1, the guild doesn't deserve you. 2, water shaping keeps the peace no matter how it changed over the years. 3, the guild needs you more than you need them. Go your own way. 4, Nekataka needs your strength. See that the guild remembers that. Or 5, I've heard enough. I wouldn't say the guild doesn't deserve you. It was only the guild master who kept this story. Everyone else studied in good faith. And now we know the truth. He can make his own decision anyway. Oh, well done, Alchemist. Well fought, both of you. Water shaping has kept the peace by and large, but it wasn't no matter how it changed. it has kept the peace regardless of changing, but it wasn't no matter how it changed. They're inferior to what they once were, even with the dragon's help. I wouldn't say go your own way. I'd say Nekataka needs your strength. See that? Yeah, remind the guild. Nekataka needs your strength, which it really does.
None of this changes how I feel when I practice the forms. Like swimming over an ocean trench, I say.
He crosses his arms over his chest and sighs.
But Pariki twisted my art into a perversion. An echo of what it should be. The guild must change for the Hawana to grow. I say that is Ngati's message delivered through her son's mouth.
Option 1, what do you plan on doing about it? Option 2, trading companies recognize this weakness eventually. Well, probably, but more importantly, what do you plan on doing about it? Questions over statements, as far as I can.
I will bring a change not seen since the days of our ancestors.
Takehu thumbs his chin, considering.
Our legends speak of the covenant with Ngati, one that defined the tribes for generations.
Well, if we find a Kaizo, that might be the place to do it.
The ancestors gave her unwavering devotion, and she gave them a gift.
Takehu sighs and lazily scoops a palmful of water droplets from the air. They form a rough approximation of an angler fish. Nice. Claude, I've missed your enjoyment of the interactivity. I remember the first day with yourself and Zombie both. My return is now paved with victory. Well fought nonetheless, Eric. Indeed.
Losing Ukaizo severed our connection to the gods. Over time, their gifts diminished.
The anglerfish turns belly up and puffs into vapor.
The tribes have never needed Ukaizo more. With Ngati's blessing, I would bring Ukaizo to them.
Interesting. Tell me what you know of a Kaizo. 2, what would you expect to find in a Kaizo? 3, Ngati gave you water shaping? 4, so you're committed to finding the island, and again, or I've heard enough. Well, tell me what you know of a Kaizo.
An island, a city, a dream. The best of our people, before Cataclysm buried it under ash and waves.
Well, Tony Fabricius, I don't know if it's a hard or a soft C, but welcome. Lovely to have you. Is there more NPC voice acting in Pillars 2 than 1? Yes, absolutely. Narration, the main story narration, especially big cutscenes of the main story, are all voiced.
Locally.
Oh, thank you so much, Tony. Welcome. Lodgings are welcome. Residency is granted. Lodgings being prepared. Please ignore the screams. Citizens, please wave that welcome for Tony Fabricius, the newest member of our little community. And thank you. I really do appreciate supporting the channel. To answer your question properly, it's arriving at the moment, Dabine. I'm going to go on my first stream of next week, which will actually be Tuesday rather than the usual Monday, when more of it's arrived. I'm going to do part of the warm-up showing some of it. But underneath you, behind me here, is a pile with the liquid cooler, 2 of the 3 hard drives, the RAM, the PSU, the primary monitor cable, and a couple of monitor stands as well. So I was also, the green screen is just in my bedroom. It's very big, and I'm going to set it up once the new PC set up, but in the meantime it's a big bar on the floor that it's super cool. It's an amazing bit of kit, but it's in the way until I'm ready to start using it. But yeah, it's already arriving. Awesome. Thank you citizens, giving Tony a warm welcome. And yes, every NPC that you can talk to, that you actually have a dialogue box like this, is voice acted. So some named people just have little text pop-ups that just stay in the game above their heads, as opposed to dialogue boxes like this. But if anyone has a dialogue box like this, it's all voice acted. All voice acted. Yeah, they really went a lot further with the voice acting in this than the last one, than the first one. And yeah, Tony, I'm taking it you've played the first one, or are you playing the first one? Oh, perfect. Got a midterm on Tuesday morning, so I'll be able to come back and relax. Oh, brilliant. Okay. Are you planning to build it on stream and record a time-lapse to YouTube? I have to admit, I wasn't going to do it on stream because I haven't built a PC myself in 9 years. I'm a coconut. Let me practice on his. On Thursday, he came over and he let me strip down his old streaming PC, or what's going to be his old streaming PC. He's building a new one, and rebuild it, which was an awesome refresher for me. I kind of knew what to do, and I had done a lot of it before, but certain things I'd never done once, or I'd only seen them done on my first rig, the one I've got under here that's 9 years old. I actually played second fiddle to the person who did most of the building for me rather than letting me do it. This time I'm going to be doing it all myself, but because of that I won't be doing it live. I'm very, very slow, and I'm very, very, very much a perfectionist, and I want to get things right. I want to do it at my pace. I wouldn't be able to concentrate. I wouldn't be able to make it entertaining. And if I was doing PC building, the people who like PC building, they probably want to see it done competently or fluently. Not so much competently, but confidently. Also, there is a degree of, unfortunately, there's a little bit of snobbery in the sort of PC building and PC component world, like enthusiasm, from enthusiast through to snob. And I can't be dealing with people coming in and going, oh, by the way, did you know that for that particular thing you wanted, that component you got, there's one that's slightly better, you should have gotten this and that, and people sort of making me second guess certain purchases or undermining. I'm just too afraid of people doing that one. A time lapse I hadn't thought of. If I can set up my phone in a place to capture it and not run out of data, not run out of storage, a time lapse would actually be quite a nice idea. But again, I'll probably run out of storage space because I'm very, very slow and careful. We're going to see an outline. Much like I do with my current overlays, Piney, I'm going to change it depending on the game. So for certain things where I want the game more full screen and I think the game content matters, I'm going to have just me with the option of just transparent background behind me and just me, outlined. In other instances, I might start having varied backgrounds that are a bit more Cravenstown-esque. I'll have the option to just have the regular background because we're a community first stream and I like to talk to you guys a lot. It's better to have a webcam showing my real world, but to do my real space, I'd actually probably have to take a photo of it and project it in the green screen, because when the green screen's up, you won't be able to see it. All you'd see is just a flat green thing behind me. So I'd have to take a photo of what's behind me without me in it and re-project that onto the green screen. But I'm going to mix it up depending on the kind of game, what overlay I have, because as you know, I do different overlays to match the in-game UI of any game I'm playing and where it's best to have all the stuff. I'm not a big fan of people who just have the same overlay with everything in the same position for every single game, because it's quite annoying, I find, when certain bits of the UI or certain things pop up and you can't see them because people's stream UI is getting in the way of it. Sometimes it's unavoidable, but I think it's better to have a scene for every game you have so that you can make your own streamer UI and the game UI match perfectly. And the green screen will allow an enhancement of that. Some games would be better suited with the outline, some games would be okay with the webcam. Yeah, doing my first playthrough. Thank you for the warm welcome. That is what we're about. Very, very glad to have you. So how far are you into Pillars 1? It's a wonderful game, by the way, Pillars 1. I hope you have a great time with it. I did it blind. I did a single playthrough and I tried to get 100%. And I just about managed, by which I mean as much as you can do in a single playthrough, because you'll never get everything in one go. Some of the achievements require multiple playthroughs, but it's a great game. So kudos. We've got quite a few fans of it here in the community, so you're definitely amongst friends in terms of that.
Others call it the heart of the Huana Empire. More still, call it home.
Okay, well, what would you expect to find in it, Kaizo?
The bleached bones of the past? Lewd sculptures?
I'm all about some lewd sculptures.
No one knows what the Huana left behind, and there is little enough for us to guess by.
Well, if they're lewd sculptures, they might be some sort of like fertility god, 14 rows of teeth and a huge dick or something. Ngati gave you water shaping?
Yukara, talent like mine was once effortless, I say. Our birthright is Huana.
So yeah, by ancient standards, he's pretty average. He's like, doesn't even have to. People as good as him wouldn't even have to try. But by today's standards, he's exceptional. He smooths back his hair, his can coming away damp, yeah, because his hair's always wet.
Our ancestors could raise islands or divide the seas. No warship could stand against us.
True. That weird graphic going on is him summoning a liquid fish, which I think is so cool. Okay, I heard lube, but I was really confused. Lubed statues. I have to admit, a fertility statue could probably be lubed.
Now only a fraction of us remember.
He wipes his palm dry, frowning all the while. So you're committed to finding the island?
I say it is obvious now that Ngati brought me into the world to do this for the Huana.
He frowns, uncertain about his comfort with the idea.
Whatever we find, what better crew than friends to find lost Ukaizo on treacherous seas? Akira?
He makes a sweeping gesture, grinning all the while. This is why it's good to have the suggested companions for certain quests.
Glad we got him excited. Makes me wish I knew how to sail.
Yeah, but don't worry, Adair. You might not have noticed I have a ship and a crew.
Or we could visit the bathhouse for a nice quiet soak. Just a thought.
He shrugs. Ah, Aloth. Aloth's friend from wizarding school is now a rent boy at the bathhouse. Pallagina smiles weakly as she gives Takehu a half-hearted nod and a shrug. Pallagina, she hates everybody.
Captain, you have let the handsome fish do all the talking. I needed this. Thank you.
I have to admit, I find how much he loves himself a little bit endearing now that he showed more depth and roundedness as a character. I don't get what the duel does. It basically, dueling, spinning, and hunting are all forms of gambling for channel points. There are additional ones that are unique to here, whereas, you know, the ones like Scratch a Card or Pick a Card are built into the Streamlabs extension. They've got a little graphical overlay and stuff like that. And what dueling is literally a winner takes all. So the spinning, you have a chance to lose a little bit, up to 50, or you could win up to a shitload, and it costs 50 per spin, and that's solo. Dueling is basically 50-50 odds. You pay 50 creds to go in, and the winner walks away with 100. And hunting is probably the best odds because it requires the most people to succeed, but everyone pays in a bit, and those who walk away with always more than they paid in. It only costs 20 to go in. It's cred without the S. I know it's normally creds for everything else, but I changed it from creds with an S to just cred without an S because I wanted to be able to use the point transferring. So if you have whatever your currency name is, which is creds, you can use creds to give points to other people, and I tried to make it work, but it wouldn't. That's why I have the command that defines what it is, be cred. Because I didn't want it to conflict with the ability to maybe transfer points to people, but I still haven't figured out how to make it work. Yeah, see, now, well, you see what the commands say? It says my creds, get creds, spend creds. So yeah, just read what the meta command, there you go. You have let the handsome fish talk. I needed this, thank you. I like hearing the handsome fish talk. Keep whining, it's no problem. I'm not going to say I like hearing the handsome fish talk because he's tried to flirt with me once already. It's no problem to go.
Ikera, let us be off.
The world around you darkens, and once again you feel an insistent tug for your attention, a pull centering towards Takehu's soul. All right.
My handsome fish is intimidated by his own potential.
It's my creds hyper spider with an S. The base command to bring up the meta commands is creds, but then it's as the bot showed you. Just have a read of what they say. Just scroll up and actually, you see when Dabine did creds, have a read of what that is because it spells it all out perfectly. My creds, get creds, spend creds. There you go. The only time you drop the S is the meta command. The air around you feels thick with moisture. Andra leans forward on her throne.
See the anxiety that takes shelter behind his confident smile. He has worn that since he was old enough to swim.
It's to crawl. Oh, they changed the dialogue from swim to crawl. Well, they didn't update the voice acting bit. Have to admit, see the anxiety that takes shelter behind his confident smile. That hits a bit close to home for me.
I could always plant the covenant in his dreams, but that would spoil the fun of Ukaizo. My final test with Juana.
So she's even confirmed it. Yeah, I'm testing them. Yeah, I'm testing them.
Help him to rise up from crawling. Help him to stand and walk as a man, as a god.
Wow. I've got to help him walk as a god. Her presence draws away, and watery fingers lightly brush the nape of your neck. Okay, permission first, please. Goddess or no goddess?
Still with us, Captain? I had no desire to bore you with my inane chatter.
Takehu smirks, eyeing you with concerns. I'm fine, let's be off. And he's dinged up as well. Yeah, thereabouts. I mean, I might, if I forget to shut it off at 11, fair enough. But yes, there's about 15 minutes left to still join the giveaway. 15 minutes left. Right, while he's leveled up. Arcana at 7. That's about the same as Aloth. We'll leave that there. Give him more athletics and... Don't need more insight. He's pretty religious, and we don't have much religion in the party, so that'll give us a slightly better party assist while he's here. We can also, I think he's done now, we can potentially swap him back out. Because I won't take him... We're going to do some smaller side quests once we finally get out of here. Yo, Shadow Nation! Hugs for you two. Hugs for you two. Good evening to you. What should we take for him? Again, I have him more as a backup healer or a backup wizard. He always gets the free water spell. Ooh, level 7 just unlocked. Weather the Storm. Granting armor rating against all those bonuses, which is pretty good. Lashing Vine. Nice. Vine attacks are always good. Nature's Bounty. Jesus! Held up on that one. Yeah, held off on that one for a while, Clone Person. Well played. You're extra happy today. Why is that, Shadow Nation? I'm glad to hear it. All occupied quick slots in the party are filled with wondrous nectar that can be seen for combat bonuses and healing. That's pretty cool. Rusted armor. Have to admit, that's, I'm guessing, because it takes an action to do that, then it would take us all an action for healths and buffs, but what's this? Spreading Plague. Well played, Clone Person. Thank you very much for the 75 biddies. Because it's December and my birthday's in 13 days, my birthday's 11 days before Christmas. Nice! That's just far enough away that you don't get the whole, here's your birthday and Christmas present. I hate people, it sucks for people whose birthdays are like right around Christmas and you get those stingy relatives who goes, here's your birthday and Christmas present. It's like, fucking what? That's nonsense. Unless they buy them something extra nice that merits 2 gifts in one kind of thing. Well, that's awesome. So December's a very nice time of year for you then, Shadow Nation. That's cool. A couple of weeks. Excellent. I hope you're making some fun plans for it. Been busy due to the new jobs, trying to make up for what I missed. Hey, no worries, man. It's lovely to have you here. I hope the new job is going well. By the way, tell me a little bit more about it. What you've been up to. Yeah, that's why I'm happy. Awesome. Happens to me all the time. I hear that. I can't decide. What do we take? What's this quick one? Nature's Vigor. Oh, that's just a fit inspiration. I want to get more healing, but Wall of Thorns is meh. Nature's Bounty is kind of fun, but I think just... Do we have any other healing? Conjure Blight, Nature's Terror, Cleansing Wind. Ah, yeah. Pure healing the health of allies, pushing back enemies. An AoE heal. I'm going to take that. Oh, we get 2. We get 2. All right. What the hell is this? Rot Skulls. Creates rotting, disease-ridden skulls in the hands of the caster, acting as a ranged weapon that causes crush damage. It's pretty cool thematically, but not my thing. Venom Blood grows a beautiful but panic-induced field of poisonous flowers that frighten, weaken, and deal raw damage over time to those in the area of effect. But that's going to affect allies as well. Let's summon the Lashing Vine. We'll have the Lashing Vine and the Healing Doodad. Cleansing Wind, Lashing Vine, and Blast of Frost. Toit. The vine, yeah, the water tentacle he has is awesome. The tentacles that Aloth could summon was always great. The Lashing Vine is seriously powerful. Okay, apparently I have to turn my volume down a ton watching at work because the new ladies have decided they get to randomly grab my shoulder or arm or head when they hear the bit alerts, even though I said, oh, don't touch me without permission. Oh, you mean the 75-bit bit alert is genuinely startling your co-workers. Hey, co-workers! That's brilliant. That's amazing. That's awesome. 20th of December. Oh, cool, Dabine. Oh, you. That happens to you all the time because yours is the 20th of December. Oh, that's shittily close to Christmas. Yeah. Well, you know the relatives who you should tell to get stuffed are the ones who try and double up on the gifts, mate. Climbers in training for it at the moment. Getting up and leaving the house at 6, getting home around 8. Traveling to London. So I was on London Bridge on Friday.
Over there.
Oh, Oh my goodness! I'm glad you're safe. Jesus, yeah, folks. If you're wondering what I'm referring to, the unfortunately, there was a terrorist incident on London Bridge on Friday. Beneath the dirt and mildew, these carvings look finely detailed and very old. Copper pans. Oh, well spotted, Pallagina. Jesus. I'm so glad you're okay. Ice skating, never did it as a kid, but I'm going with my little cousin and going to take photos of him when he falls and when I fall. Oh, that's cute. Ice skating is a lot of fun. It will actually seem, if you've never done it before, a little bit nerve-wracking, but once you just start moving forward a bit, you'll be surprised. It can come quite naturally, maybe, but that's a really nice idea. Last time I went ice skating was last year. Yeah, Twitch London 4. Winter, the one with the first VIP party, because 4, 5 and 6 have all had VIP mixes and I've been to each one. Not startling, they just think it's funny to grab on me when they're trying to make the startling worse, so the 75 bits go off and then whenever it happens. Oh, well, yes, they should respect your space a little bit more. Sorry that that's bothering you. My son was born 1 week from me. No more birthday cakes for me ever since. Oh no. I understand someone. Yes, one person had a fire hydrant, and he didn't so much swing the fire hydrant as spray it. And another person, for some reason, was transporting a narwhal horn and wielded it like a spear against the attacker. See, in England, we did. I mean, it's unavoidably topical.
See? Oz was right. We found it.
By the cursed seas, I'll throw you down there myself if you do not hush right now.
Oh, what's this? Pirate, tavern server pirate. Why can't we talk to her? One of those Raparo couldn't pay his tab. Berta dumped him in the hole. It's unavoidably topical, but there was this great meme, and it was it was something about we need more guns to make us safer, and it's like, meanwhile in the UK, hang on, let me get my narwhal horn. It was hilarious. Yeah, it's all good. Gonna have to deal with this stuff once I complete my training. Oof, hang in there. Been listening to a Christmas song. Cool. Sounds metal as fuck. It's pretty awesome. He didn't transport it. It was a Polish chef who went to a chip shop and he took it off the wall and used it to hold him off. He got stabbed in the hand, but he got narwhal tusk. Oh, right. Yeah, I didn't read the full story. I just thought it was a guy who... I'd seen the photo and I assumed it was someone who was, it was an heirloom or something he was carrying in his car. Oh, that's super cool. I wish a happy Christmas to you. And a happy Christmas to you, Shadow Nation. Right, Ferna, let's find this this guy. We're supposed to be finding we've completed Food for Thought. The Man of Chimes. We've got to find some guy that Pallagina knows. It's further down. Here we go, yeah, these are companion quests. Man of Chimes, what's his name? Giacomo. He's got a room at the inn. I can't wait to switch to the new PC because this game is like starting to run slower and slower and lagging more and more. I don't think anyone else will say that here, Sapphire. Tell him that's this story. That's that's a pretty good one to have a comeback with. But yeah, so a Polish chef went into a chip shop and grabbed a narwhal tusk to fight the guy on the bridge, which is just amazing. So good, I want to hear it twice. Yeah, I would recommend looking up the story. I mean, obviously it's not all hunky dory. A couple of people died, unfortunately, which really sucks. But it's sort of awful for them. 2 people have been named, but it's a hell of a thing to do. I petitioned for narwhal tusk. I mean, I'm assuming unless it was a real one, because I was going to say the real ones are quite. Everyone's like, kind of, see, look, whaling helps people. It's like, no, it doesn't. It just happened to have an old heirloom. Or unless it was, either way, it either was a real narwhal tusk or it looked like it was a replica narwhal tusk. In either case, it's such a cool story. Right, that one's locked. Either or, yeah, as long as it's right after or on the same line, then I know that there's that no one's sort of like weirdly that way. I want a petition for Narwhal Tusk. I'm going to put a Christmas hat on my pup. There will be so many photos. Go for it. Petting zoo. Petting zoo for Christmas decorated pets. Where is this guy? Where is this guy? It said he had a room. Meh. So I'd be quite impressed if just a regular chip shop had a real narwhal tusk, because in order to have one and be allowed to keep it, it had to have come from like way, way, way back before all the, you know, the conservation and things came in. I think there's about 500 jokey emotes on Twitch. That's just the and that's just the ones with pictures. True. I mean, there's that one room we haven't been in yet. Perhaps we should go and speak to the innkeeper, because I don't want to pick the lock unexpectedly. Let's go and have a word with the innkeeper and see if he can let us in. No, I literally, the only thing, I've only seen the meme. I'd heard a little bit, like, I caught a couple of someone else I follow had liked someone else's post that I don't follow on Twitter about something about a narwhal tusk. I was like, what? I see, now it's running way more smooth. That's so weird. Yeah, now it's running how I expected it, like really nice and smooth and slick. And then the only thing I've seen is a picture at one point where the guy, the terrorist guy, the attacker, is running across the bridge, and there's one dude with a fire hydrant spraying the contents at him, and the other guy, the Polish chef, is just like next to a car, and he's like brandishing the narwhal tusk like a spear, and that's it. And it's obviously a snapshot, or clearly a frame or a still from the video. Then I didn't even know there was a video. Oh my god, you must see it. Drop it in either Crayflix Lounge, or maybe even better would be the Not Safe for Work memes or Soapbox Corner, because it's politically associated. Once again, wish great messages to all, and all a good night. And to you as well, Shadow Nation. Hopefully we'll catch you again soon before your birthday, but have a fantastic one if not. My sister messed up. She ordered online from Asda for groceries. She selected 5 bananas. Turns out she didn't select quantity, so default was 5 kilos. 7 crates of bananas turned up. Oh my god. Well, she's not going to be running out of potassium anytime soon. Now your fingers don't look any different. Okay, I didn't ask to be a smurf, but alright. Who needs the BBC? Just need memes. Yeah, the still shots from that video, I guessed as much. Didn't make you any shorter, that's on you. Have you seen a man named Giacomo?
Lots of folks come through the hole, fresh face. Have a look around for yourself, yeah?
Oh, please yourself then. Well, I'd like to buy something. I'd like to rent a room.
Just the thing for you, fresh face. Just the thing. Do you prefer spider free or spider full?
Oh my god. And stop calling me fresh face. My face is made of living fire and rocks. I think at this point we can swap Jyoti back in for Tekahu. We don't need him for any more quests right this second. We can ditch some stuff in the stash. Weapons and things. Ooh, oh, we got to keep the Rod of the Deep Hunter. That's cool. It's exceptional. What does it actually do? Has it got any nice little perks to it? Penetration A. Crushing depths. -1 deflection. 3% initiative for 7 round on scoring a hit. Excludes grazes. That could be interesting for Krayven to fight with a quarterstaff. In the first game, in Pillars 1, I had him fight with a quarterstaff a lot. I'm like almost 6'2", so I'll be the giant smurf. Nice. Sounds painful. You could join a Blue Man group, go on tour with all percussion things. The unassuming length of driftwood hums with power, and waves of energy seem to break against its surface with the relentless pressure of a tide. The copper is well preserved despite its age, pulling with an invisible force like the tug of a dowsing rod. Legend tell that this was once the staff of a Naga tribe who used to pay ritualistic obeisance to their incarnate deity, the Deep Hunter. Their patron bestowed favour and plenty upon the tribe in exchange for unwavering fealty. The rod later fell into the hands of Pariki, a whaler and future founder of the Watershapers Guild. Oh, she founded the guild. I thought the guild had been around a lot longer. So the Watershapers were just Watershapers, and then she founded the guild. All right, Pariki was a bit of a con artist then. She used the rod to empower her students with a deeper understanding of Hawaiian ancestral art. It represents a long-standing covenant, although its purpose has evolved over time. Well, the fine rod, the 5 coral naga bows. What was that? Coral naga swords. Shitload of those as well. Oh wow, those are worth quite a lot of money. 10 Watershapers robes. Whoa! They're worth bank. Watershapers robes are valuable. Holy shit. What's she got in here? Anything? Oh, no, Delver Stew is pretty minging. What's Herfwarts? Prepared meal. Oh, 10 plus will. We'll have all that. Forgetful Knights. Minus 20 damage taken, plus 10% damage, minus 3 dexterity. That would be quite good for a tank. He needs to get a hit. We'll have that. Very pricey. Delver Stew's pretty minging. Plus 10 max health. Pallagina nuts we don't need. Fine Adir and Mead. Nah. That prepared meal will do. Okay. That's worth it. And we'll switch Tekehu, you're done for now. Let's have hot, sexy times with my priest. Awesome. Oh, Jyoti's leveled up as well. Wicked. Yes, because she's back in the party. Post on Soapbox. Nice one, Sapphire. Yo, Jinta! Hang on, I'm already an alchemist. All I need is to trick people. My alchemy is magic, and voila. Actually, that would count towards the old evil wizard thing, or just the wizard side of it. Maybe not so much the evil. I mean, he does make potions already. The guy with the cat, Gargamel or something. Any Smurf fans can correct me. I haven't watched the Smurfs in forever. Jinta, by the way. Oh, Jinta, you're just in time. I'm gonna Jinta do exclamation mark giveaway in the chat right now because it's been open for 3 hours and you're a subscriber, so you can enter. Do exclamation mark giveaway in the chat. Jinta. Legend has it, Krayven was once eaten alive by a giant Aldahara that ascended from the great beyond. Fortuitously, he had a large collection of bean boozle on him, casting a handful of skunk flavoured further into the creature's gut. He was spat out after a licorice flavour made it on into the handful and gagged the fiend. Oh, well, 5 skunk flavours didn't, but 1 licorice did. Nice one, Saf. I hope those guys get a medal. I heard one of them was actually convicted. Whoa, so I'm a bit oof. There he is. He's into it. Awesome. Perfect. Right, we'll level her up. I'll leave things open a little bit longer. It's 3 hours. What's 5? A few more minutes. What's a few more minutes? The whole point is as many people as I see in the chat who are subscribers can enter. That's the point. Give you a bit more arcana. History. Anyone else doing religion? Yeah, we can do a touch more history then. And, oh, we've got level 7. Oh, we'd already unlocked that before. Shields for the Faithful. What else we got? Cleansing Flame. Storm of Holy Fire. Yeah, because she's a druid subclass, so she's a great exchange for Tekehu. Minor Avatar. Maybe we could take one of the other lower... Any suggestions on some of the lower level spells I should absolutely grab? Absolutely get. If he's convicted and serves his time, I'm not going to hold it against him again. Fair play, Jinter. I respect... I understand that position. I mean, I just haven't caught up with much of the story yet. I've been too busy with the whole PC building thing, so I'm not going to say too much on any of it, simply because I need to read up and actually see all the details that happen. Litany for the Body. Hardy might be quite a good one to take. Barring Death's Door. Actually, Barring Death's Door is a really good last-minute rescue if you're in for a tank. If we go up against some of the mega bosses, which I know exist, I think I might take that, actually. All right. Okay, let's see if we can find Fiona. Oh, there's more rooms back this way, so let's go and take a look around this way. That's all theft. Oh wait, this is just the kitchens and a random little tunnel that goes to... I mean, there was a meeting of a bunch of guys there last time, so I'll just check here. Part of my job requires me to keep an eye on it. Strange thing is, people seem to be more concerned that one of the guys is Polish more than... Sadly, that's not overly surprising in the current world regarding that climate, especially in Britain in the climate we're in at the moment. It's depressing, but not at all mysterious. Shopless imp. Oh yeah, of course. Imps are usually assigned to shops or people who buy imp round. You. Karu artisan. Yeah, Kwaru. That's it. Maparu, Kwaru, and Roparu. Maybe he's in one of these little booths or bays. We've got to find this guy. His name's Giancolo. I don't want to have to run back upstairs until we spot him, but I think I've been all round the bar at this point. You do, Wild Derby! Hello, 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 hello. And how's yourself? Look like my internet went bonkers. Goddamn bonkers internet. Shit, I need to vacuum the stairs. I forgot BRB. Hey, no worries. Teach them stairs a lesson. Oh, that's weird. I have audio and the image isn't moving. Yeah, so Eric, your VIP badge and your sub badge and your bit badge all just magically disappeared in the chat temporarily. I'm doing all right. How's your good self? How's things going since we caught up at Twitch London? Trying the things we were talking about outside by the railings outside the main event on Saturday with work and everything. Are you back on it yet? Back on to doing the old Twitch things, or still working on? So remind me the and I know Carl Delete's doing the course, and you were doing some work bits and pieces as well. I was just trying to remember the details of what they were again. Though I'm half interested in seeing if mobs of vigilantes march down the streets and narwhal tusk strapped to their backs in the coming years. That'd be amazing. Just chilling, see that you're playing Pillars and I'm back on it. Ah, good man. Good man. Yeah, this is Pillars 2. Although I'm just running around looking for this bloody NPC at the moment.
Oh no. This does not
Oh, we were supposed to go in here, that's why. Pallagina surveys the damage to the room, eyes wide.
Why would someone do this to Giancolo's work? I thought Animances was safe here in the dead fire.
Okay, so that... Oh, right, so he'd booked this room and set up all his animancy gear. Because, yeah, this looks like it's using a lot of ethereal power.
Even in a place this vile, someone must have heard or seen something. We should ask the owner if they know what happened.
Option 1, of course, we'll find Giancolo, don't worry. She's being dutiful to her friends. She's Melwyn. She's a very dutiful, dedicated paladin. Have to admit, with how her life's been since the first game and the choices we made, I can understand why she's quite a miserable cow to everybody. Okay, there we go. All our native systems at work went down there. I hope this is a blip. Yeah, you're back and it looks normal again. Cool, man. Well, we've met 2 or 3 times and chatted away. So as you've remade it all from the ground up, let's do a little... Hang on, is it 1 or 2? Oh, it's 2, yeah. Chap I've met and hung out with and seen at least 2 or 3 times at Twitch London. Nice lad, and he took some time off and he has rebuilt things from the ground up. Last seen doing some Pokemon Sword and Shield. I mean, she's always been a sourpuss. No worries, man, no worries. Just a little something. Normally it's like when I get raids and stuff like that, but I've never gotten to do one for you before. We've met a couple of times. If you're relaunching it from the very start, I think that merits it, so no problem at all. Let's see. You could sigh obnoxiously. I knew this wasn't going to be a few minutes. Of course, we'll find Giancolo, don't worry.
I hope so. Agrasima.
Yeah, when she's not being sort of miserable or like anti-everything, she's quite heartfelt in her own way. Pallagina is quite a troubled individual. How are we doing? If we're going to get in half an hour of reading, what I might try and do is get us... This is like the last little bit around Nekataka we have to do, and then we're done with our... It's been like 3 playthroughs of getting the second part of Nekataka done. And then we can go back out on the water and jump around to various quests and stuff. Mana chimes. Ask the Hole's barkeep, Fierner. You've always been too kind. I'm alright. Also, yeah, I guess but she still needs to get that sticker out of her butt. I love how you refer to your stream as a she. Computers are rude little things. They bloody are sometimes. This one isn't though. It is the one I'm currently on has been a workhorse. What happened to Giancolo? His room is a mess.
I know a Giancolo, fresh face, but
Stop
if
calling
you're
me
meaning
fresh
that guy
face.
with all the fancy and a schmancy equipment, bunch of pirates burst in here and dragged him right out.
Jesus.
Now, the Hole's no high society tea house, but that's still some of the weirdest shit I ever seen go down here. See, the pirates, every one of them was godlike.
By the way, godlike does not mean super powered like Unreal Tournament. If you don't know the game, it means marked by the gods. My characters are godlike. And this is interesting because Giancolo works with godlike to you know, he's an animancer to help prevent their change, so he really helped Pallagina out by stopping her fully transforming because she hated being a godlike. That's why she's so anti the gods now. I'm going to take a punt, obviously if you know the story, of course don't give away, but I'm going to take a punt that certain godlike have got purist tendencies. They don't see themselves as being cursed, and they hate the idea that someone is trying to cure or prevent what happens to them, and they see it as like an affront, like butchery or something.
No doubt they hauled him through the Narrows. Heard him hollering the whole way. Poor guy.
Okay, we got to nip over to Delver's Row. Drink a Pepsi as they crash just to watch the world burn. Jinxers, you're a good luck. Got to be one of the most creative people in the community. Where you come up with all those legend has it, because for a long time it was only random facts, and then the legends came in as well, and I love the legends. I mean, I fancy myself relatively capable at coming up with creative ideas and little bits of lore and roleplay on the fly, but you go next level. It's genuinely impressive and funny. Right, so we got to get over to the Narrows, Delver's Row. I kind of want to either wrap this up or get to the point if the next step of the quest leads us out of Nekataka and see what happens. Because I'd like to be done with this part of Nekataka this week. So next Sunday we're back out on the Deadfire and in the Deadfire and taking care of some more outstanding quests and bounties and this, that, and the other. Oh, we're going hunting. Hunt in the chat. Hunt in the chat. By the way, I'm leaving it a little bit longer. Last little bit. If you haven't already, if you're a citizen, if you're a subscriber, hit ! Giveaway. Go to Delver's Row. ! Giveaway in the chat, and also hunt in the chat right now. Hunt in the chat. Oh man, nice one, folks. Thank you. Appreciate everyone coming out of their nice lurks, enjoying the background action, enjoying my voice and everything else that you tuned in for to join in the hunts. Appreciate it very much indeed. Oh, it's a mighty hunt. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's comfortably probably victory over a Stonecrusher Phoenix. I think we'll need a few more to have a chance against a Cliffhaunter Brood. It's been a while since we were regularly summoning them. Right, so this is Delver's Row. This one runs a bit slow. Taking him to Delver's Row. A preemptive victory, but I think it's safe. Welcome back. Quite literally, we're just hunting for Giancolo. Random fact, in New Zealand, secondary schools are allowed to possess up to 1 pound of uranium for experiments with kids. Well, I'm not one to tell people how to teach their kids. I have them. TDG's coming in! Oh, it's Dungeon Select! Greet our guests. I might extend the pillars component a little bit. Greet our guests. Welcome, 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 welcome. Right, let me just pause. I'll even bring out a little map to save the... oh my god, the frame rate's lagging in Delver's Row. Let's come out. Thank you so much for the host. Greet our guests, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friend, comrade, lovers. It's a Dungeon Select raid. Let me catch up on everything. Seta Koiba, thank you for the host. The Cravenstown minions, cheer in your honour. And Stonecrusher Phoenix, we kicked its ass. Well done, everybody. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I think another one came in there as well. So thank you to the notorious TDG from Level Select and Laura483 with the 483 Club from Level Select and Dookie and Seto. Hello, it's lovely to see you all again. How you doing? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Right. Oh, TDG, Dutch Geek, and anyone else who's currently rocking a town flag. I've still got the giveaway open. I was going to shut it a few minutes ago, but the point is to get... I've changed it. Dutch Geek, do giveaway in the chat. Exclamation mark giveaway. It's in the stream title. Do it right now. And anyone else, any one of you who's also currently rocking, who just came in, is currently subbed because you received a gift or you're doing it of your own volition. And Sellotape Gypsy I see as well. Got to do some shout-outs in a little second. Laura, Sajuk... So annoying. Okay, Dutch Geek, it's just yourself. It's just yourself, but I've extended it so the giveaway. Yeah, Jinta, you're already in, but yeah, a Dutch Geek. You see what Jinta did? Just do that and something magical will happen. I've extended it from just being 2 minutes, a 2-minute window on the day that the monthly citizens only giveaway happens, to being all stream. So it's a chance to win a free game on Steam from my list of awesome games. So Dutch Geek, you are currently a citizen of Cravenstown. You're currently subbed. So if you do exclamation mark giveaway, you'll be entered into the draw because I'm closing it very soon. It's been open since 8 p.m. And a thank you so much. So, a Level Select shout out for that, Dutch Geek. How's the new playthrough going, by the way, folks? Member, in fact, fellow founder and fellow official streamer of the Level Select community. Decadency is entered. Good. Glad you already got it in. Unless I have a feeling Dutch has possibly headed off. Hopefully he'll come back and we can remind him. But yeah, that's why, to get yourself in there. Nice fellow. And every Sunday a bunch of Level Select friends do Dungeons and Dragons. Otherwise, he is a variety streamer doing all kinds of different things. Really anything. He does what he wants on what days with what new releases with his schedule. But you can definitely rely every Sunday on them doing Dungeons and Dragons. It usually overlaps with myself quite a bit, but you can catch some of that before we start up on a Sunday. And yeah, do go and check him out. And Clone Person, oh, you lost 50 creds. Unlucky. And the rest of you, hello. Let me just catch up on everything else that came in there. Make sure I don't miss anybody out. It's just nice to have you Level Select folks in again. It's nice to see a few of you again. How's Tricks? Let me do Laura 483. Oh, it's, oh god, I keep getting... Yeah, no, I did type it right. And so I think Redweird hasn't been buying quite some time, and I think Lila's busy playing Pokemon, and Hollow One's probably gone to bed because he's in Germany. And he tends to turn in a bit early. So my counsellors are currently busy. Tricks are for kids. Have I spelt that right? I always get this wrong. And there's a few of these coming in, and then I'll collectively talk about them. And I think I saw Sellotape Gypsy as well. Indeed, of everyone who has popped up, all of those folks that I've just listed there with the special LSSO are Level Select streamers. It's a very nice, friendly group who made me a part of the official streamer crew quite a little while ago now, actually. Coming up to a year. Yeah, it was like winter, London, right after Twitch London #4. God, it's nearly been a year. So, I've had a chance. With Laura has been doing Overwatch. I caught some of that earlier. I lurked very briefly while I wasn't working. Seta Koiba doing AI and Somnium Flies. Sir Duke and Noah, I've had the privilege of meeting before. Duke, by the way, did you make it to Twitch London this time? I didn't see you around. He's been doing some Grand Author 105, Sellotape Gypsy. He's been doing Apex Legends. Very nice fellow. All nice people. All good to go and hang out and have a drink with. I hope to be catching up with a few more of you who don't normally make it to Twitch London at TwitchCon EU in Amsterdam in about 5 months' time. And thank you again. Catch me up. Didn't make it this year. Hoping for TwitchCon EU. Duke, oh cool, you're still around. I appreciate that. Thank you for sticking about. And of course, those of you who came over with the rest of them, welcome. My name is Krayven. You're watching the Krayven Content Multiplex, and we're on the last little bits of Story Sunday. Because you just came in and I'm doing the D&D thing, I might forego the reading this week, or I might just do it for a short little while right at the end and just extend things a little bit further. But yes, folks, please hit that link or remove refer a raid from the URL, and it'll count towards my view count right away. We did level select, finish off their dungeon select. But yeah, so Duke, how is the campaign going? Are you guys on a whole new campaign? Because the last I caught it was like there was you were wrapping up. I don't usually get to see it because I'm on at the same time. You guys were doing an aftermath, like talking about how the previous campaign went. So yeah, it's the reading that sends me to sleep. Okay, I'll do it. I'll still do some of it. We'll do a few more minutes because they were doing Dungeons and Dragons, and this is very much based in the D&D world. So I want to kind of continue. With a little bit of this. So the folks coming in, and yes, those of you who haven't been here before, my name is Krayven, putting the V in variety, the most British Brit on Twitch, and I do themed days, different days of the week. I have different themes. So Mellow Out Monday, Try Out Tuesday, Tactical Thursday, and Story Sunday. Those 4 evenings at 7 p.m. UK time are my normal days for doing anything. I cannot wait to be on the new PC. No more of this silly lag. This 9-year-old machine tries to keep up. And if I can't hit those days, I have alternatives. I actually have a theme for every day of the week. Yes, this is Story Sunday. We focus on very narratively rich and heavy games, which tends to skew us more towards the RPG, the big RPG side of things. And then for the last part, I do live reading, sort of ASMR-esque live reading. I'm contemplating leaving the alerts on, just turning sound effects off for that. Ah, hello, a soul. This does not look promising. Ah, that's a dead godlike. That is a lunar godlike, a moon godlike. Interesting. Definitely been some climaxes throughout the story. Oh, kinky. It's all the same campaign. It's getting cool. Jesus Christ, what? Since I met you guys, it's all the same campaign. That's huge. It's definitely been some climaxes throughout the story and mellows in between. It's all one campaign since over a year ago. Holy crap, that's massive. How long's that been running? He seems British enough to be the infusion source, methinks. Don't give it away. He's quite British. I think Krayven needs constant British infusions weekly. We call them tea and crumpets, but yes, technically. Okay. The body of this moon godlike woman is contorted in a death spasm. I suppose that's better than a death stranding. Her mouth is open, milky eyes staring, frozen in shock. Dressed in principi leathers, she appears to have been a pirate. A small, intricate bronze and Adra device lies next to her hand, cracked and blackened. Her soul lingers close by. Even without reaching out to it, you can sense her confusion. Yo! TDG! Dutch, type exclamation mark giveaway. You're a citizen. You are there you go. Today, the first stream of every month, and I try and do it as close to the first of the month as possible, is my Citizens giveaway, because whenever you're a citizen, you get access to my emotes, more on the way, including legit, the best emote on the entire internet, if I do say so myself, waving the town flags, entry into the monthly giveaway, the Cravenstown Chronicle. Let me know if that came through to your inbox, by the way, that you signed up to Twitch with the only newsletter you ever need. And, of course, my dying appreciation and gratitude and beans. But yes, it is the giveaway day today, and rather than doing it over a 2-minute window, from this month, for the first time, I'm leaving it open from 8 p.m. I'm thinking of just from here on out, I'm going to do it for the whole stream. On the stream that the giveaway is, I'm going to leave it open the entire stream and manually close it more towards the end. I'd mentioned before, if you're the winner, you will need to I was going to say you actually need to be present to speak up, otherwise I have to pick another winner. So I'm going to do this little bit of dialogue, and then I think we will pick a winner at this point, because if I leave it and I'm running really late, a lot of people will have to go to bed, and it wouldn't be fair if they stuck around. They did do the entry. Be lurking for a wee bit here. Bless you, Sir Duke. I appreciate that. And yeah, Dutch, Duke just told me that the campaign he'd been doing is all one long campaign. I thought they were multiple stories. It's all one massive connected campaign. That's crazy. That is incredible. How's it going? Where's the story at so far? I don't get to catch very much of it because, of course, I've always been on a Sunday from about 7 quite consistently. Let's read her soul. The captain said, "Bring him," so you're bringing him. The old man hardly seems like a threat, but you trust the captain's judgment. The Animancer didn't want to go. Put up as much of a fight as he could. Naadra said to give him a whack, so you gave him a whack. That shut him up, but carrying the old sack of bones is tiring. Just need to get him on that on the ship and you can get some rest. You're in Delver's Row, passing through the market when he starts to come to. He's not strong enough to break free. Still, you didn't think a wiry old Animancer could squirm so much. Per complancanet, he yells out to no one in particular. That's Valiant for mercy. Please show me mercy. He yells out to no one in particular. It's Delver's Row, so no one particularly cares. Oh, the man of chimes. Ahead of you, Nauda's calling out for the old man to shut up. He'll have time enough to plead for mercy from Captain Tatzel when we get to Dunwich. The death godlike's twin sister nods to you. You get the message. It's time for the Animancer to go back to sleep. Obviously cosh him on the head again. You remove a hand from the old man to grab your club. He's weak, but the squirming is irritating. Wait, what's that odd little thing in his hand? I'll take that if you don't mind. And especially if you do. You laugh to yourself as you reach for it. The old man starts to stammer. No, There's a flash and a powerful stench like brimstone. And a sharp pain. Sharp, but quickly gone. No matter. A party is in the Feywild to try and help a party member restore his soul. It's quite epic and intense at the moment. Holy crap. I was going to say losing his soul it's quite a big deal in D&D when that happens. Yep. Did an evil campaign once. DM is a great world builder, but the party kept getting mixed up because he's not so great at breadcrumbing. Is breadcrumbing the sort of leading the pathways of where they're supposed to go? I could never run an evil campaign. The one time I did D&D was as an evil campaign. Our DM was not that great, but we ended up hedgehogging in we in the base, the place we spawned in and came about. We built it into a base to the point we had armies turning up to deal with us. So we escaped eventually. He got fed up of running the campaign and had us like drowned at sea. Except for me, he used a limited wish, and I got pickled by a black dragon. But it was a great campaign. I'd love to sort of resurrect it if I could. I can remember most of the details. I would love to run an evil campaign. I can't remember what edition we were on, but I remember the expansion books. We had the Necronomicon, the Book of Vile Darkness, and a few others like that. It was very much in a bit of dungeon keeper comedy, like it's good to be bad kind of thing. I like to try and get to D&D, but I never met anyone around me that played. See, that's the thing. I know you can play online, I know you can do all that, but I really enjoy the social in the same room with the snacks, engaging in person with one another, which limits my choices a lot more. Nauda and Naudra have already knocked the old man out. You move to help carry him, but can't seem to get your arms up. The twins are looking at something on the ground. You've always hated how you can't see their eyes. Captain says not to judge them. After all, would you want to be judged for how you look? Certainly not, Captain. Good point as always, Captain. He's, moon god-like. You follow where their heads are pointing. That's you on the ground. Mouth open, eyes open. That weird little device smouldering next to your hand. That can't be right, though. You're here. The twins turn to go. They motion to the others to hurry along. You'll catch up, you just need to figure out how to move your arms. Yeah, the soul's looking down at the body and not realising she's dead.
What is it? What did you see?
A group of godlike pirates took Giacomo to Dunwich.
Giacomo abducted by godlike pirates. But why? He has always done his best to help my kind.
Well, my hypothesis is what you consider help is actually maybe considered an affront to people who don't mind being godlike.
Watch, I have asked much of you already. But if you can find time to go to Dunwich to find this Captain Tatzel, it would mean a great deal to me.
Tatzel.
It did not sound as though he was in imminent danger. But I fear what they will do to him.
Are you sure Giacomo didn't have enemies?
Not in the republics. I can't think of why godlike, of all kith, would have any reason to take him.
Huh. Let me just catch up with some of that stuff. You could never run an evil campaign, Dutch. Is that due to familiarity or a sort of philosophical preference with D&D? Clone says, would like to try and get into the... Oh, yeah. And Alchemist saying, girlfriend's very into it and often takes part in campaigns, but I never played it myself. Oh, that would be a nice hobby to share with. And you got the opportunity if you can join with their group. Ari says, had loads of fun with my character, though. Sheared off a part of her soul and sacrificed to an ancient goddess in exchange for a bound staff while she was in one of the realms of hell, leading a devil rebellion against her father. Himself lord over one of the realms. That's pretty awesome. That's a really evil campaign. I've described mine before. I might I'll perhaps talk about mine more because we're going to get into the reading bit in just a little while. Talk about mine more as we're doing in a quieter point as I'm running around in Hollow Knight or something. Conquer the world. Oh, here's Mark. Have you entered the giveaway, by the way? I think you did it way earlier, but if you have an exclamation mark giveaway. I didn't win that rebellion, by the by, but she now has a high court patron helping her craft contracts of alliance with some of the other gods in bid for ascension. Jesus, D&D gets such fun stories, it does. What did the Duke do? The Duke do? Yes. What about the Doge? Well, the dog did what the Doge does, and then the Doge does what is duty to the Duke. The Doge did his duty, and the Duke didn't, and when the Duchess did the dirt to the Duke with the Doge. Oh my God.
Something strange is going on here. Perhaps it has something to do with his research.
Yeah, that's the point.
I'm sure we will find out when we find Captain Tazzata.
As always, whether it's gifted or of your own volition, please do feel free. Please do feel free to enter. I mean, you've watched me possibly more than any other person. You very much have a right to have a chance to win, at the very least. I remember reading of a story of a half-orc called Krog. That was completely hilarious. That sounds... just the name Krog. BRB, got to resolve the server logon error. Okay, mate, no problem. Oh, Clone Person, you've been challenged now. Oh, no, he's been matched. Hey, grats, Clone Person. If I don't enter, I might win. Ha! But I have too many games already. That's not the point. Swinging her lantern softly, Jyoti lures the soul into its depths. Oh, crud, she's back in my party, which means she keeps robbing all the souls that should be following me. Berath is going to be mad as hell when they've all gone to Gorn. That's going to be tricky. That's going to be troublesome. Whoop, whoop, good luck with that, Drake. Going to get the clothes that are hanging in the backyard. Very wise. Check you out, Alchemist, doing all the chores. Got the hoovering done. Alright, so we need to get to Dunwich anyway, because we've got to speak to Captain Ferrante. Although I wouldn't mind doing a little bit more of Crookspur before we go and talk to him. Okay, do you actually want to let me out of here? That exit isn't showing up properly. What the hell? Okay, is it bugging out or what? Oh, finally. God, actually getting that icon to show up. Go to the gullet. I should explore more of the Narrows at some point. I think I've still got options to do it. Anyways, I have to shoot. Little man's waiting for his bottle. The Bean, no worries. Yes, take care of the family, lab. Thank you so much for being here, mate. If I had mine, I'd... Yeah, Hyper Spider. If I may, I get this just an innocent remark, but the giveaway is supposed to go to people in the community. I'd like to think that it was being redeemed and played and enjoyed by someone in the community as a something to give back for subscriber. You can do that if you choose and you win. I can't stop you, but if someone in the community can't enjoy it, I'd rather not know that it's just going to be immediately regifted. If that's okay, just not to mention if you're planning to give it away yourself. Very noble of you to do so, but I like the idea. It's going to actually be played and enjoyed by someone who supported me. Okay, Dunwich, so we can actually get to Queen's Birth now. Why is that stopped there? Oh, phew. Oh well, you don't know what it. Remember, Dabine, it's not. It's a list of things. I'll give you a list, and if you see there's something on the list, if you are the winner, does you see there's something on the list that you'd actually really enjoy, then go ahead and you've been super kind in the Citizens Treasury. So I'd hope you'd be able to get something you enjoy yourself. But I'll try to remember. Sure, now fair enough, Hype Spider. As I say, it's your right to do that. I just prefer not to know, or at least that not to sort of be mentioned directly in the chat before the competition's even been closed. Is the point of it's not so much to sort of re-gift it in another channel. It's to be of a benefit to this community, something I give back. That's all. Yeah. Hunt in the chat, oh god, I forgot to do the command. Exclamation mark hunt, get yourself some creds and let's go for glory, more importantly. But that is the last thing we need from here. Although I should organise my crew. Let's see, yeah, it's definitely not just because this part of town should run quite smooth. Gonna pop over to the shipwright. Actually, I don't think we need to. Let me get them to here. Fast forward things. I'll be round in just a second. Hunt in the chat, folks. Hunt in the chat. Right, we can turn that off. Quick save this bad boy, and we'll supply up first of all. So I am currently rocking, if I go into my ship menu, I've got my awesome Lendrith back. I really need to replace this surgeon. Oh no, wait, I already know that there's no single skill surgeon. This is probably the best surgeon I can get, unless I've got another one in here. All these dual skill people. Yeah, I've got an alternative cook. That's it. But I've already got a master cook. I'm a master captain. I do need another single skill deckhand. Cannoneer. I need another person who's just a deckhand and nothing else. He's going to become an amazing navigator. Alternative deckhand. Nope, they've all got dual skills. They've all got dual skills. Damn it! Stonecrusher Phoenix had his ass kicked again. Good job, everybody. Right, I've got my dragon wing sails, my warship reinforcements, miscellaneous upgrades, Imrian shield anchor, arcane lanterns. I'm not rocking too much more. I could do with upgrading my helm. Maybe a couple more slight improvements. My guns are pretty good. Other anchors. That's known sailors, helms. My current... Oh no, those are cannoneers. That's my sailor thing. So that's all the food and that. They're currently drinking water, but they've got fruit to compensate for the morale loss there. Water's fine for them. Got that alternative hull. Got all these various flags. I'm not flying the Crookspur colours, that's for damn sure. Happy with the current guns I've got. And what are these? Menagerie and the oh, right click for details. Captain's quarters upgrades the captain's cabin to be more luxurious. Oh, I can put these here. Oh, permanently equip them to the Defiant. Ah, I don't want permanent equipment. I don't want to permanently upgrade this ship because there are better ships out there that I'm ideally trying to save for. So if I close this out and go back into supplies, so if I go in, like I could get myself a junk, which is like the Rawatai quest item, but I need like 100,000 for that. This thing's a beast, or a galleon, or a dhow. Bone frame hull, Blackwood hull is pretty awesome. I've got warship reinforcements, although my warship reinforcements are. It's got slightly less combat speed, 15 health, -2 travel speed. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. What's my one then? -2 combat speed, 15 health, -2 travel speed. Wait, what? So how good was this thing? Bone frame. No, oh, Blackwood. Oh my god, that hull is incredible. And Worm Tongue. Reload time, 5 turns. 0 to 400, so its range is incredible. I might get myself one of those, because that's quite a tidy cannon. I can't trade anything else, I already did. I want that Blackwood hull. I want that Blackwood hull so badly. Cannon shot, we're almost full. We're definitely not going to use it up. Repair supplies, we might pick up some on the go, so let's just get a few more. That'll be fine, we'll put those in the stash. Alright, we will leave by sea. Sea to Shining Sea. I have cookies and I give it cookies, clone person. Why are computers so rude? Problem is, computers do exactly what you tell them, but most of the time we don't actually know what we're fully telling them. I want to see where these tentacles went and smashed everything. Oh, poor Debean's he had his PJs on ready. I should have started reading technically like an hour ago, but been enjoying doing this and the raids and stuff coming in. And Weber at Tangaloa. Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of places on this island I haven't actually been to yet. Maotako's Canopy, Roa O'Hara, Feowan. Yeah, I've actually not explored the main island at all. Nomu the Marauder. That'll probably be a future bounty. And who's this? Royal Deadfire Company Master Captain. Jesus. Yeah, because this ship gets a move on now. Where else can I anchor? Actually, you know what? We'll just chill around here for a little bit. We'll drop a quick save, and then I will... That was the alternative save I made, I think. I'm going to leave Guild Ruins because I might decide something different for the dragon in the future, where this one I'd already done a bunch of the discussions, so I'm going to drop that one there. Catch you tomorrow. Yeah, Sapphire, I'm not going to be on tomorrow because I'm doing the sponsored stream on Wednesday. So instead of doing a Monday, I'm going to be doing Darksiders Wednesday. So I'll be on, the next one will be on Tuesday. So I'll see you Tuesday. But yeah, I'm just going to do half an hour of the ASMR. I know a lot of you, some of you have been waiting for a bit more of the Name of the Wind. So we'll do a little bit of that. But right now, we're going to finish up a very belated finish to part 1, but we got a shitload done, and the second visit to Nekataka is fully complete now, which is awesome. Oh, hang on.